Chapter 769. Kill Feng Yixing first. In the king's battleground, Hua Yu roared, slicing a rank 7 martial artist in half with one slash. He did not care if he was dead or alive, chasing after Feng Ping. From afar, Feng Ping shouted, "We're going to win! Surround and kill them!" Hua Yu's group brought 15 golden body powerhouses. 2 were killed at the beginning. Now there were only 5 or 6 left. On Feng Ping's side, there were 15 rank 8 martial artists. Including the rank 7 martial artists who came later, there were more than 100. There were so many people, but more than half of them were still alive. In the void, the 3 avatars fought until the void trembled. It was difficult to determine the winner. Among Hua Yu's group, only Hua Yu and Bai Shangyue still had king avatars. Feng Ping yelled as he fled. He wanted to go to the entrance. Seeing that Ji Yao had caught up, Feng Ping did not say anything. It would be troublesome if Ji Yao did not follow. It would be best if she did. Kill! At the back, Lu Hao and the others were fighting with all they had. If they won this battle, Feng Yixing would become a lord. At least, that was what they thought. When that time came, they would all be heroes. Following the dragon, a general success was built on the bones of thousands. It was inevitable that some people would die now. But as long as they did not die, they could all become city lords and real big shots. They would no longer be small fries who could die at any time. Rumble! Another rank 8 powerhouse was killed. Hua Yu and the others fought with all their might. As Hua Yu fought, he roared, "Bai Shangyue, release King Bai Shanyue's avatar too. Kill them." Hesitation flashed across Bai Shanyue's eyes. Hua Yu almost exploded in anger. Only Ji Yao has King Bai Shanyue's avatar. I can handle her. They're only commander level. They're no match for us. I'll handle Ji Yao. Hua Yu, you go first. Hua Yu almost cursed it out loud. But there was no time to hesitate. Hua Yu did not wait any longer and began releasing King Hua's avatar. A small tree was tossed out. It landed in the crowd instantly. This time, King Hua's avatar appeared. It was not like the previous times, where it was useless. King Hua's avatar was extremely powerful. Although it had not reached origin, it was definitely as strong as King Feng's avatar. With a rumble, a few rank 7s in the vicinity were killed instantly. The true King clone could only last for a short time, but its explosive power was extremely strong. At this moment, there were people everywhere. The doppelganger did not care about being killed. It wanted to perish together with the enemy. When the rank 7 martial artists who had just gathered saw this, they fled one after another. However, the more he ran, the easier it was for him to be killed. If these people gathered together and joined hands to resist, they wouldn't die so easily. But at this moment, he died extremely quickly. Bang! Rumble! The sound of explosions and screams lingered in the air. After killing off these people, Hua Yu and the others did not hesitate to head straight for Feng Ping. Behind him, the 4 doppelgangers began to dissipate, and more people died. By the time Hua Yu and the rest had escaped, the entire place was a mess. Blood and flesh were strewn all over the place. Far away, Wang Jinyang and the others were still hiding. After watching for a while, Li Hansong sent a voice projection. "What should we do now?" Wang Jinyang took a deep breath and said telepathically, "Go over to Feng Ping's side. He's probably heading toward the entrance. I'll wait for a while." "You, spoils of war." Wang Jinyang gritted his teeth. "Feng Ping lured them away, probably, so that we can have a chance to snatch the spoils of war. 50 to 60 people have died. There are 20 to 30 divine weapons and other things. We can't leave them here. If they went to the entrance, they might not have a chance to return. Right now, these people were in a killing frenzy. They were waiting for the battle to end before cleaning up the battlefield. No one cared about this for now. However, once they reached the entrance, would they have a chance to come back and clean up the battlefield?" After hearing Old Wang's words, Li Hansong did not hesitate anymore. If they left them here, they might be taken away by others very soon. Then, the losses would outweigh the gains. In the battlefield of the kings, there were 4th parties. Some demons were here too. However, These demons were not interested in participating in the battle between the two sides. At this moment, no one knew where they had gone. However, the battle was so intense and the aura was everywhere. Soon, there might be demons here to investigate. Li Hansong did not care about them anymore. He quickly made a detour and ran toward the entrance. He had to go and support Fong Ping. Moreover, Fong Ping had asked him and Old Wang to leave one person behind to pretend to be him. He might still be needed. He could not stay here forever. After Li Hansong left, Wang Jinyang glanced at the spot. At this moment, many people had already chased after Huayu and the rest. There were still 4 or 5 people left. It seemed like they were prepared to stay here. Wang Jinyang glanced at Yao Qingjun and sent a voice transmission. Can we kill them? Yao Qingjun took a breath and said slowly, let's try. There are so many things. We have to kill them whether we can or can't. Then kill them. The two of them made up their minds. After waiting for about 20 seconds, they could no longer sense Fong Ping's situation. This time, the two of them did not hesitate anymore. They suddenly exploded. Kill! The blood-colored longbow appeared in Wang Jinyang's hands. This time, he did not condense a blood arrow. The spear in Yao Qingjun's hands turned into a blood arrow and landed on his bow instantly. Hum! An air-piercing roar was heard. Not far away, a few rank 7 martial artists shouted angrily. Wang Jinyang! As soon as the shout ended, the spear had already shot out. The few people opposite unleashed their mentality, trying to block it. However, as soon as they unleashed their mentality, it was torn apart instantly. Yao Qingjun's spear was originally designed to target mentality. At this moment, the two of them combined forces. Wang Jinyang and Yao Qingjun joined forces. The two divine weapons combined. Their power increased by 30%. A crack was heard. The mentality that the few of them had set up together was torn apart. A Changdao appeared in Wang Jinyang's hands. Without a word, he leaped into the air and went straight for them. Yao Qingjun controlled the spear and continued to move freely between them, tearing their mentality apart. The two of them cooperated very well. The moment the other party's mentality was torn apart, a scream was heard. Wang Jinyang had already arrived. With a loud roar, he slashed with his saber, splitting one of them in half. In the blink of an eye, the killing resumed. The remaining people had already regained their senses. They roared and charged toward the two of them. Wang Jinyang and Yao Qingjun also unleashed their full strength, killing each other while bathed in blood. Although Fong Ping did not know that Old Wang and the rest were fighting for the spoils of war, he could guess it. He did not have the time to fight for it, but Old Wang and the rest still had a chance, albeit in a dangerous situation. Wealth came from danger. This was inevitable. Seeing that Ji Yao was following behind, and that Phoenix Sparrow had also returned, Fong Ping looked back and shouted, Ji Yao, aren't you going to release your Life King's clone? Don't you have a second clone? Ji Yao replied mildly. She would not use her last trump card now. Feng Miesheng was not easy to deal with. Fong Ping laughed. I was just lying. Do you really think that Ancestor Wang will split his 2 clones? Ji Yao, if you don't make a move, we might not win. Bastard! Ji Yao cursed. She did not trust him. Did this guy really have no more trump cards? Really? Of course! At this moment, Huayu and the rest had almost caught up. Ji Yao saw the situation and shouted, Feng Miesheng, stop hiding. If you don't kill them now, they will see that they have no chance and leave this place. They will be big trouble for us. Fong Ping sighed. I really don't have a choice, but it's okay. We have the numbers. If this goes on, we will kill them sooner or later if we don't die. Ji Yao heard that and snorted coldly. Fong Ping said again, you and I will go to the entrance and let the people there join the battle. We can't let them leave. Otherwise, we will both be in trouble if the news gets out. Ji Yao ignored him and looked back. She said, the people at the entrance will not leave without our orders. Feng Miesheng, don't run. Kill them now, before anything bad happens. They had more people, so they still had the advantage. The other party only had Bai Shan Yue and a true king's clone. She had one too, so she would not lose. Fong Ping pondered for a moment and smiled. All right. Fong Ping stopped in his tracks. Hua Yu and the rest had also started fighting with Lu Hao and the rest. People were dying constantly. Hua Yu and the rest were able to become the crown princes, so they were not truly useless. They had divine weapons and armors, a powerhouse's unique arts, and even used their life essence to recover. When they fought, they were extremely powerful, constantly killing rank 7 martial artists. Although they did not have as many people as Fong Ping and the rest, there were close to 10 golden body powerhouses. At this moment, they were fighting crazily. When they joined forces, they showed signs of breaking out of the encirclement. Bang! There was another explosion. The people around Hua Yu and the rest were getting lesser and lesser. The entourage was dying one by one. Among them, Yang Sheng was obviously on the verge of collapsing. He could die at any time. Bai Shangyue, Yang Sheng roared. Very quickly, he transmitted his voice angrily. Release the clone? Ji Yao and... She doesn't dare. Yang Sheng said angrily. The Life King's clone has the strength of a divine Dao realm. As long as we don't get too far away from her, she won't dare to release it. Otherwise, it will trigger chaos origin. Hua Yu also said, by Shan Yue, we can only risk it once. Otherwise, we will all die. Bai Shan Yue struggled for a moment. He could only gamble. Gamble that Ji Yao would not dare to release the clone. Gamble that they could keep Ji Yao occupied and not give her a chance. The few of them communicated telepathically. Very quickly, Bai Shan Yue transmitted his voice. Everyone, let's work together and gather them together. Then we'll kill them. The few of them did not need him to teach them. They began to gather together and attracted the others. Not far away, Fong Ping glanced at them. He smiled and transmitted his voice. Ji Yao, do you think they're going to release the last clone? Why don't you take the opportunity to release your clone too and send them to their graves? There's no rush. Ji Yao was indifferent. Fong Ping sighed. Why? Do you really think I still have a clone? I really don't. Also, I said that I won't kill you. Why bother? Ji Yao ignored him and continued to wait. Seeing this, Fong Ping waited for quite a few people to surround them. He shouted, don't surround them. Be careful. He spoke slowly. He only spoke when half of the people had surrounded them. This time, Bai Shangyue did not wait any longer. The King of 100 Mountains clone appeared in the void. Rumble. In the sky, the Chaos Origin path was already extremely agitated. Fong Ping glanced at it and said in a low voice, it seems a little troublesome. There are too many true king clones. It seems that the origin path is agitated. Ji Yao also looked up at the sky. There was a hint of gloom in her eyes. If this went on, she would not dare to release the Life King clones. Today, 6 true king clones had been released consecutively. Although they did not carry much of the origin path, they all had the aura of a true king. The Chaos Origin path in the entire king's battlefield might have already noticed them. If this went on, the strongest Life King clones would be unleashed. The entire king's battlefield might not just be affected by the rank 7 regions. All the other regions might be in chaos. As soon as the King of 100 Mountains clone appeared, it went on a killing spree. People kept dying. The people who had just gathered dispersed again. Seeing this, Fong Ping shouted, come to me. Soon, the people who had escaped death gathered around Fong Ping. In a moment, the number of people on Fong Ping's side had reached 30. Not far away, the King of 100 Mountains clone gradually dispersed. They had used human lives to fill up the true king clones. Fong Ping glanced around. He still had 7 golden body powerhouses and more than 20 rank 7 powerhouses on his side. He could not help but sigh. They died so quickly. There were so many people, but a few clones had killed so many people. It was not just the clones. Hua Yu's subordinates were also powerful. There were only a dozen of them, but they had already killed many martial artists. However, Fong Ping glanced around. Right now, only Hua Yu's group of 4 and 2 heavily injured rank 8 martial artists were left. Hua Yu, do you still have any trump cards? Fong Ping smiled. It looks like you've lost this time. 6 venerables is not weak, But it's still not enough. Fong Ping laughed out loud and lamented, I won too easily. So easily that I didn't expect to win so easily. Hua Yu said coldly, Feng Miesheng, don't celebrate too early. Did I? Fong Ping smiled. As the victor, can't I be happy for a bit? Hua Yu sneered, you want to kill us with just these people? Is it not enough? Then let's try. Hua Yu roared, now that things have come to this, everyone, we can only fight to the death. Do your best and kill them. We are the real winners. Lu Hao, Feng Ji, kill them. Fong Ping took a step back. Lu Hao and the others charged forward. At this time, it was time to decide the winner. There were only 6 of them. Even if they were descendants of a true king, it was not impossible to kill them. All their trump cards had been used up. His Highness Feng was bound to win. Fong Ping did not care about them anymore. Seeing that they had started fighting, he began to wander around. He casually picked up some divine weapons and martial artist life essences and stored them in his storage space. Beside him, Jiao only looked at him, not making a sound. A strange look flashed across her eyes. This action, this habit, was it really him? Everyone stopped talking. The sounds of killing rang out incessantly. There was a loud bang. Yang Sheng, who could not hold on any longer, became the second descendant of a true king to fall after Xianzhen. The show is about to begin. Fong Ping sighed. The show is really about to begin. He had to be careful. I've still underestimated some people. Fong Ping glanced at Ji Yao, who was not far away. Are you suspecting me? Or are you saying that you don't suspect me, but have made up your mind to kill me? It's very dangerous. So dangerous that my wealth is not increasing. It's not increasing in the beginning. TSK. Fong Ping sighed inwardly. It was too dangerous. This meant that in the king battleground, there was an existence that could threaten his life. Other than Ji Yao, who else could threaten his life? Rank 8 4th Forging Golden Body. Rank 8 Divine Armor on him. Rank 9 Combat Boots on his feet, and a lot of imperishable substances. Even so, how could his life be in danger? Fong Ping did not bat an eyelid. He looked around for a while. Soon, he walked toward a pile of rocks at the edge. After walking for a while, Fong Ping's mentality fluctuated. Ironhead, it's me. Don't move. Fong Ping quickly helped Ironhead conceal his aura. After a while, he said, act according to the situation later. Hide well first. This time we might need you. Don't be stupid. Cooperate well. Li Hansong did not utter a word. He continued to maintain his silence. Fong Ping could not help but laugh. He did not say anything. This guy was probably not stupid. He also did not think that Ironhead was really stupid. There were fewer and fewer people ahead. On Hua Yu's side, only Hua Yu, Bai Shangyue, and Ziyu were left. On Fong Ping's side, there were not many people left either. At this stage, the outcome was already decided. Fong Ping smiled and glanced at Ji Yao. Ji Yao happened to be looking at him too. Seeing Fong Ping's strange smile, her expression changed slightly. Suddenly, she shouted, attack! As soon as she finished speaking, the remaining 2 rank 8 Destiny Royal Court powerhouses on Fong Ping's side suddenly attacked Lu Hao and the rest. This unforeseen event happened extremely quickly. There was a rumble. The sound of golden bodies exploding could be heard. At the same time, Hua Yu suddenly attacked Ziyu, and Ziyu also attacked Bai Shangyue. Bai Shangyue was a little confused. This series of unforeseen events stunned Hu Feng, who was watching from beside Ji Yao. What was going on? The remaining 2 golden body powerhouses on Ji Yao's side suddenly turned traitor and defeated Lu Hao and the rest in an instant. Lu Hao and the rest did not expect their comrades who were fighting together just now to betray them. Ziyu had just attacked by Shangyue, but Hua Yu slashed her neck. She looked at Hua Yu in disbelief, then suddenly laughed fiercely. I see. Ji Yao, you lied to me. Hua Yu did not say a word. Ji Yao also laughed coldly. Then she looked at Fong Ping and said coldly, Fong Ping, are you still going to pretend? Fong Ping? Fong Ping laughed bitterly. At this point, you should stop pretending. Why do you have to frame me? I didn't expect that I would be tricked by a stupid woman like you. I underestimated you. Hua Yu, do you think you can live? At this moment, Ziyu's golden body exploded. Bai Shangyue's golden body also exploded. Although the two of them were not dead, they could not fight anymore. Their faces were full of despair. Everyone fell to the ground. Fong Ping did not escape. He stood where he was, looked around, and smiled helplessly. I didn't expect that the final winner would be you. You really surprised me. Ziyu, Huayu, I'm afraid both of you believed Ji Yao's nonsense. Will she let us go? She asked Ziyu to kill Bai Shangyue and Huayu to kill Ziyu. She probably made a promise to cooperate with you. But can this woman be trusted? Huayu glanced at Ji Yao and said solemnly, I'm just trying to survive. Besides, she won't kill me so easily. As he said that, Huayu's golden body flashed, and he instantly recovered to his peak state. He huffed. Ji Yao, since we're cooperating, don't play tricks. You and I have no conflict of interest. After killing Bai Shangyue and the rest, you can return to your destiny court, and I'll return to my heavenly plans court. Fong Ping sighed. You're still too stupid. How could Ji Yao let you go? Huayu glanced at Ji Yao and smiled. That might not be the case. Don't you think so, Ji Yao? As soon as he finished speaking, Huayu's aura suddenly exploded. In the next moment, Huayu's saber slashed. This time, it wasn't aimed at Fong Ping's group. Instead, it was aimed at the two golden body powerhouses who had just killed Lu Hao and the rest. The two were also prepared. With a roar, they unleashed their full strength. With just the two of you? Huayu sneered. The golden light on his body thickened to the extreme. It wasn't the power of heaven and earth that shot out, but the power of destruction. With a rumble, one of them had his golden body destroyed. Just as the other was about to leave, the Changdao in Huayu's hands suddenly shot out and exploded. Huayu's face paled. The explosion of a rank 9 divine weapon had injured him quite badly. But in the blink of an eye, he had killed 2 rank 8 powerhouses. At this time, Ji Yao said coldly, King Hua really thinks highly of you. He even gave you the god's blood. Do you think you're the only one that fake king thinks highly of? Although Huayu's face was pale, he smiled. Ji Yao, what do you think now? A crystal appeared in Ji Yao's hand. She said slowly, What do you want? Work together. Since you can work together with Feng Miesheng, you can naturally work together with me. Once we kill them, the 2 royal courts will be ours. Huayu laughed. But right now, you can't kill me. Of course, I don't dare to kill you so easily. Ji Yao, you're the one who can't be defeated. As for me, I just want to take what belongs to me. You didn't lose anything. Just leave these 3 to me. He heaved a sigh of relief after killing the 2 golden body powerhouses under Ji Yao's command. At this time, if Ji Yao wanted to kill him, she could only use the fake king's avatar. But the moment she used it, everyone might die. He didn't believe that Ji Yao would still dare to use it just to kill him. Huayu glanced at Fong Ping and smiled. In the end, he and Ji Yao would be the winners. He didn't need to plan much. He just had to follow Feng Miesheng and Ji Yao's plan. Out of everyone present, he was the strongest. If not for the fact that Ji Yao had not used the fake king's avatar, he would have killed Ji Yao and become the final winner. It was a pity. At the same time he killed the 2 golden bodies, Fong Ping grabbed Bai Shangyue and Ziyu. The 2 of them didn't resist. Once they landed beside Fong Ping, Ziyu shouted, Give us some fountain of life. Feng Miesheng, we can only survive if we work together. She didn't have any more fountain of life. She didn't have a storage ring. She didn't bring much with her. She had used some of the fountain of life she had. At this moment, she could only quickly recover her strength so that she could survive. Although Bai Shangyue had brought his storage ring, half of his life essence had been borrowed by Ji Yao. Before coming to the royal battlefield, he didn't think that he would be in danger. At this time, Bai Shangyue looked at Fong Ping with an anxious expression. Fong Ping didn't say much. He tossed a box of fountain of life to Ziyu. Ziyu heaved a sigh of relief. Bai Shangyue also heaved a sigh of relief, his expression anxious. However, just as he sighed in relief, Fong Ping's halberd pierced through his head. Ziyu froze, her face full of shock. What was this guy doing? Fong Ping said unhurriedly. What are you looking at? Recover quickly, or we'll all die. Bai Shangyue isn't one of us. If he dies, he dies. Fong Ping's expression was calm. He took his storage ring and put it on his finger. Bai Shanyue's gigantic axe was also kept in his storage space. Ji Yao looked at him and didn't stop him. She said calmly, as expected, Fong Ping, you can't hide it this time. Fong Ping laughed. I'm Fong Ping? What a joke. Ji Yao, at this stage, you don't have to do this. You would have joined forces with Fong Ping a long time ago. So much so that you and Fong Ping were the ones who plotted everything that happened in the battlefield this time. Just to kill us? Huayu Hu Fong. Don't be stupid. Ji Yao won't let you go just to hide the truth. Huayu said nothing, while Hu Fong frowned. Ji Yao had changed so much that he didn't recognize her anymore. But all of this was for the position of lord, for the royal court. This time, after killing Feng Yexing and the rest, killing Bai Shanyue and the rest, Ji Yao would no longer have any obstacles to becoming lord. The Sky Plant's royal court would also suffer heavy losses. Everything would be worth it. Hu Feng, do you really think you have a way out? Don't be stupid. Ji Yao joined forces with Fong Ping and killed so many descendants of the true king. How could anyone find out? Ji Yao laughed coldly. Fong Ping, you're still pretending. You're about to die, and you still want to rely on these little tricks to turn the situation around? Fong Ping laughed. Why aren't you doing anything? Ji Yao, you're very calm. Looks like you have a plan. So many people have died. Will you let the others leave? The people at the entrance haven't been dealt with yet. How are you going to deal with them? I see that you've been waiting for a long time. I wanted to go to the entrance, but you didn't let me. Is there a plan? Ji Yao's expression changed slightly. Fong Ping thought for a while. Suddenly, he looked at Feng Ke and laughed. Feng Ke, I didn't underestimate this stupid woman. Did I underestimate you? At this moment, Fong Ping's mentality fluctuated violently. Ji Yao frowned. In the next moment, a figure appeared in the distance. He shouted, Ji Yao, Feng Ke, the people at the entrance have been killed. I fulfilled my promise. I'll leave the rest to you. After saying this, the figure ran away quickly. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared without a trace. Why, Ziyu, are you waiting to die? Fong Ping roared with laughter. Ji Yao has joined forces with Fong Ping and the demon clan that guards the majestic court. They will definitely kill us. After saying this, Fong Ping ran away quickly. Ziyu and Huayu's expressions changed when they heard this. They seemed to have forgotten something. Sure enough, in the next moment, dozens of demon auras approached quickly. Ji Yao, how dare you join forces with Fong Ping and the demons? Damn it! Without another word, Huayu turned and ran. Ji Yao managed to get the guardian demons to join in. They were in big trouble now. Although there were no rank 8 demons among the guardian demons, there were many rank 7 demons. Once they were surrounded, they were dead meat. The 3 of them did not waste any more words. They ran away. Feng Ke cried loudly for a while. The aura of the demon race could be sensed from all directions. In the blink of an eye, dozens of demons appeared and attacked Fong Ping's group. The situation changed again. Hu Feng looked at Ji Yao. He was surprised. His gaze was complicated. You really joined forces with Fong Ping? Ji Yao said coldly. Feng Yexing is Fong Ping. Don't be stupid. That was Li Han's song. He was just messing things up. Hu Feng did not speak. He looked at Feng Ke and said, this is a serious matter. There are many descendants of the true king. Is it really appropriate for these demons to know? Ji Yao did not speak. Feng Ke did not speak either. In the distance, the battle had already erupted. Ziyu and Huayu quickly fought. Fong Ping followed them. He laughed mournfully. Ji Yao will not let us go. Neither will Fong Ping. Despite everything, we still lost in the end. What a pity. Fong Ping laughed loudly. Then he roared, go to the entrance and escape. The royal ancestor is here. The entrance is the only way out. After saying this, Fong Ping quickly ran toward the entrance. Ziyu and Huayu also ran as they fought. Ji Yao watched for a while. Then, she suddenly turned and walked toward the entrance. She wanted to kill them there. Chapter 770. The place where the martial kings fought was now in complete chaos. Ji Yao and Feng Ke had secretly contacted the demons guarding the palace to surround and kill all the human martial artists. Tai Tu had impersonated Feng Ping and appeared casually before disappearing again. But now no one cared who Feng Ping was. There were not many left alive. Even if there were, they were hiding in different places. The battle was too brutal. Rank 7 and 8 martial artists were like weeds, falling one after another. The true king's avatar also appeared frequently, stirring up the situation. The demons' participation in the battle made the situation even more complicated. Feng Ping fled with a muffled sound. Hua Yu and the rest felt that something was amiss, but they did not say a word and retreated. At the entrance, Ji Yao was the first to arrive. There was really no one here now. No one was left alive. They were all dead. A group of monsters had ambushed this place. The warriors guarding the area had originally thought that the demon clan guarding the imperial court were retreating. They never expected that the demon clan would choose to launch a sneak attack on them. Due to carelessness, dozens of people were killed. Only the aftermath of the battle was left here. Ji Yao, Feng Ke, and Hu Feng were all here now. Looking at the mess on the ground and the bloodstains, Hu Feng did not speak. Ji Yao did not look at him. She said coldly, "Don't listen to Feng Ping's nonsense. Hu Feng, as long as you have no ulterior motives, I will not kill you. On the contrary, I will let you live. If everyone is dead and only Feng Ke and I are left, then people will be suspicious. Feng Ping wants to sow discord between us. He purposely made you suspicious and even forced me to attack you, then save you and ruin the relationship between Grandpa Tiger King and the Ji family. He thinks he can plot against everything. He must be dreaming." Hu Feng heaved a sigh of relief. He no longer doubted and asked, "Can we really kill them?" "Of course." At this time, another 5 to 6 monsters gathered at the entrance. Ji Yao asked, "Did anyone escape?" A few monsters hissed. Ji Yao laughed coldly. "I knew it. He would definitely let them out. Luckily, you guys are here." Not far away, a figure appeared. Qin Fengqing was extremely disheveled. He shouted, "Ji Yao, we are together. Let me out. Are you trying to do something evil?" Ji Yao gave a cold snort, and the 3 demonic beasts charged towards Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing yelled, "Mother of asterisk her, Feng Ping, Ji Yao wants to play dirty. I can't do anything about it. I can't get out. We're done for this time. Don't blame me if old Zhang doesn't come." He actually wanted to run. When the demonic beasts and the guards were fighting, he wanted to take advantage of the chaos to escape. In the end, the demon beasts killed all the guards, and he was almost beaten to death by these demons. In the blink of an eye, Li Hansong appeared and shouted, "Ji Yao, you and I have already discussed it. Are you going back on your word?" Ji Yao frowned and shouted, "All of you are going to die today. Doing such useless things is truly laughable." As he spoke, the Life King's clone appeared in his hand again, and he said coldly, "This time, I'll send all of you to your graves." With that, Ji Yao took a few steps back and retreated to the entrance of the tunnel. Li Hansong quickly moved forward, and a small ball appeared in his hand. He shouted, "What a ruthless woman! You want to activate the Tao of Origin and kill everyone? Dream on." He could already tell what Ji Yao wanted to do. His heart was filled with awe. This woman was ruthless. Ji Yao had already discovered that the Tao of Origin here was unstable. If she released the clone now, it might cause the Tao of Origin to attack without restraint. If that happened, no one in this area could survive. Li Hansong quickly moved forward and shouted, "If you dare to run, I'll activate my Tao of Origin immediately, and we'll die together." After shouting, Li Hansong controlled his mentality and threw the ball directly in front of Ji Yao, shouting, "If you're confident that you can outrun the activation of the Tao of Origin, try it." Ji Yao stared at the ball for a while and suddenly laughed. "What do you want? When our people arrive, let them retreat. I don't care if the others live or die." Having said that, Li Hansong harumphed, "Don't try to play tricks. These few beasts can't kill me, and neither can you. Try it if you don't believe me." As soon as he finished speaking, The divine armor on Li Hansong's body flickered, and he sneered. Even a rank 9 powerhouse can't break it. Unless you activate your clone, you can't kill me. If you can't kill me instantly, I'll activate my Tao of Origin and bring you along with me. At this moment, Li Hansong's heart was palpitating. That fellow, Fong Ping, was too careless this time. Without old Zheng's Tao of Origin, this time he was stuck inside with Ji Yao. If this woman released the Life King avatar, she might really trigger the activation of the Tao of Origin in the entire King battleground. If that happened, they might all die. These fellows in the catacombs were not easy to deal with. Ji Yao too. He had thought that Ji Yao was very stupid and was fooled by Fong Ping. This woman might have had the idea of killing everyone from the beginning. The few beasts also hissed softly. They still had many companions inside. They could not let Ji Yao release the Life King avatar. Ji Yao was still slowly retreating. At this moment, Li Hansong directly shattered a corner of the ball. Rumble! There was a commotion in the sky. A monstrous pressure was faintly discernible. Ji Yao, if you take another step, I'll directly shatter the Tao of Origin. Li Hansong roared fiercely, ignoring the threat directly. With his armor on, he went straight for Ji Yao, shouting, "Do you dare to die with me? I'm a resurrected martial artist. I'm not afraid of death. It's worth it to bring you along." Ji Yao's expression changed for a while. The Life King avatar in her hands slowed down. "You win," Ji Yao sneered. "But don't think that I've compromised. I don't care if you're Fong Ping or Li Hansong. You're delusional if you want to push all the blame to me. At this point, we'll each take a step back. Whether you die or not, go out and find your own way out. As for me, I want to kill Huayu and Purple Moon. Whoever wants to let them go, I won't be lenient either." Li Hansong said casually, "That's none of my business. But we'll have to wait for my people to arrive first." As they were talking, not far away, Wang Jinyang and Yao Qingjun arrived carrying a large number of divine weapons. Seeing Li Hansong and Ji Yao's confrontation, he could not help but shout, "Fong Ping, what's wrong? Is this woman going back on her word?" Ji Yao's heart was filled with hatred. These resurrected martial artists still wanted to put on an act at this time. Who were they putting on an act for? Without the existence of a third party, acting was a waste of energy. She could not even be bothered to argue. She shouted, "Everyone is here. Let's unleash our true king avatars and origin chi together. Kill them and leave together." Li Hansong shouted, "Li Hansong is not here yet. We can't leave." Ji Yao glanced at him. Li Hansong? Were these people acting, or were they for real? She was still thinking about it when Li Hansong scolded, "Cut the crap. Only I know that you took off your clothes to serve me." Bastard. Ji Yao was furious. The Life King avatar crystal in her hand flickered nonstop, her face full of anger. At this moment, she was starting to believe that this fellow was Fong Ping. But who was Feng Yesheng? Just as she was thinking about it, Huayu and the other two ran towards them in a panic. Seeing the crowd at the entrance, they slowed down. Behind them, the monsters were also rushing over. Li Hansong shouted, "Idiots from the demon race. Why are you still surrounding us? Ji Yao wants to kill all of you. Are you waiting to die?" This time the demons also stopped moving. The phoenix bird chirped a few times as if trying to explain something. Even so, the demons did not attack again. Fong Ping heaved a sigh of relief. He had underestimated Ji Yao. This woman had such an idea. How ruthless. At this moment, everyone was gathered at the entrance. Ji Yao's eyes flickered. No one knew what she was thinking. Seeing this, Fong Ping said, "Ji Yao, let us go. We won't reveal that you killed by Shan Yue and the others." Ji Yao laughed coldly. "I didn't kill Bai Shan Yue." Having said that, she added, "Fong Ping, stop hiding. It won't be that easy for you to leave." Saying that, Ji Yao smiled. "If you kill Huayu and Purple Moon, I'll let you go." Seeing that Fong Ping did not say a word, Ji Yao could not be sure. She did not care whether it was Feng Yesheng or Li Hansong who was Fong Ping. She shouted, "Fong Ping, don't expect me to take responsibility for everything. Dream on, kill them. I don't care if you live or die." Everything that happened today ends here. At this point, Fong Ping felt helpless. Perhaps his plan could not continue. Ji Yao, this woman, actually reacted. If this went on, they could forget about leaving. He did not know what was going on outside. If they did not leave now, they might not be able to leave. Fong Ping suddenly stopped hiding and revealed his true self. He smiled. Ji Yao, you've exceeded my expectations. Actually, at this point, there's no need to hide it anymore. But if we're all dead and you're the only one alive, that might not be a good thing. If I'm alive, you can still throw the blame to me. That's the only way you can escape. But if even I'm dead, then so many people have died here. If you, Ji Yao, are still alive, think about what those true kings will think. It's really you. Seeing that Fong Ping had finally stopped pretending, Ji Yao said coldly, I wasn't sure before, but now my doubts are cleared. From the beginning to the end, you've been the one scheming. Unfortunately, you didn't expect me to guess your identity. Feng Mieshing is not as eloquent as you are. Fong Ping smiled. Stop pretending. Tell me, when did you discover my identity? Ji Yao humphed coldly. When you scolded me previously. You scolded me many times. Do you really think that I'm not close to Feng Mieshing? Feng Mieshing rarely scolds me. He thinks that his reputation is the most important thing in front of outsiders. So he's very rude to me. But in private, Feng Mieshing is different from you. Do you think he'll always have this attitude when he wants to marry me? When there's no one around, Feng Mieshing fawns over me. Do you really think you can predict everything? Fong Ping smiled bitterly. Is that so? I thought Feng Mieshing has always been arrogant. I didn't expect him to be so useless in private. Is it good to be a bootlicker? Fong Ping felt helpless. If that was the case, when he scolded Ji Yao previously, this woman might have been observing him. After thinking for a while, Fong Ping smiled again. It shouldn't have been that long. When you sent Phoenix Sparrow away and talked to me in private, were you also testing me? Testing me to lick your boots? Fong Ping burst out laughing. Probably. I remember that Phoenix Sparrow left for a while. You said it went to investigate the situation. I think it went to look for the demons. I didn't expect it to be exposed here. Fong Ping shook his head. No wonder this stupid woman could notice the difference. It was all Feng Mieshing's incompetence. Mother of Asterisk, how did you become a bootlicker in private? I couldn't even tell. What a pity. Fong Ping felt regretful. His plan was a good one. The only thing that failed was that there was a problem with his character. He did not disguise himself as Feng Mieshing well. Otherwise, Ji Yao would not have noticed the abnormality and would not have done what she did. This was such a pity. Fong Ping shook his head and said, forget it. If that's the case, let's not talk nonsense. Ji Yao, hand over your storage ring. Let's go out together. As for the others, I don't care if they live or die. You want me to hand over my storage ring? Ji Yao was so angry that she almost laughed. What a joke. Why? Now that she had the Life King's avatar, Fong Ping was nothing. Fong Ping was too lazy to say more. He waved the round ball that old Zhang gave him and shattered it. Rumble. In the void, the pressure became stronger. Fong Ping smiled. Let's see who will die first. I'm upper stage rank 8. I have unlimited imperishable substances. I have the divine armor to protect me. My golden body is strong. Let's see who will survive when the origin Tao erupts. I'm a desperado. Who are you? You're the Life King's granddaughter, the Lord of King's daughter. 2 true kings in one family. When we get out this time, you're destined to be the Lord of the royal court. You want to risk your life with me? What a joke. Ji Yao, do you think I'll believe you? You dare to risk your life? Why don't you try? Fong Ping snorted and said disdainfully, you're afraid of death. More afraid than us. You're still playing this game with me. You're still too inexperienced. Stop talking nonsense. Hand over your storage ring. You can say that I robbed you. That's how you escape with your life. Only then will people believe that you're a good-for-nothing. Use these to save your life. Otherwise, if I, Fong Ping, kill everyone but you, will people believe that? Hurry up. I'm in a hurry. At the side, old Wang and the rest were full of admiration. Amazing. How could he rob someone like that? Fong Ping said impatiently. Ji Yao, don't force me. At this point, if you drag it on, I'm dead for sure. If I die, don't even think about living. The barefooted are not afraid of the barefooted. Ji Yao gritted her teeth so hard that they were about to break. Damn it, bastard. This B** starred was clearly at a disadvantage. Yet he still wanted to rob her. Moreover, he was robbing her so boldly. She could not believe it. Fong Ping. Ji Yao's face was livid. She said angrily, "Either we leave together, or none of us can leave. How dare you ask me to hand over my storage ring? You're delusional. I'll give you 10 seconds. Fong Ping could not be bothered with her. A few imperishable matter clusters appeared in his hands, tossing them to Old Wong and the rest. He said, "You guys bet. See if you can save your lives. This woman is betting her life with me. I'll play with her." Old Wong and the rest grinned. Qin Fengqing was so excited that he was about to explode. He grinned wildly and said, "Bet. I'll bet my life with her." F***CK. So many imperishable matter clusters. I'm rich. He did not need to worry about whether he would die or not. Since he was betting his life, he would bet once. The most important thing was that he had a huge, imperishable matter cluster. Even if he died, he would die on a pile of money. It was worth it. Boom. They had just gotten the imperishable matter cluster when Fong Ping shattered another small round ball. Ji Yao's heart skipped a beat. Opposite her, Fong Ping walked straight toward her. He smiled and said, "Come, release the Life King's avatar. The Origin Dao's avatar can definitely kill me. I can't block the Origin Dao yet. Killing me now is just a matter of a blink of an eye. You just need to see if you can leave the passageway before I die." As Fong Ping said that, he continued to shatter a small round ball. It was used to conceal his aura. At this moment, in the void, the Chaos Origin Dao had completely started to riot. Ji Yao watched as Fong Ping walked toward her step by step. Her eyes were filled with unwillingness, resentment, anger. All kinds of emotions filled her mind. She had won. She had already won. In the end, at this point, this bastard still insisted on robbing her after she had taken a step back. Ji Yao was going crazy. There was a moment when she thought of releasing her avatar and dying together with him. She could not stand such humiliation. Fong Ping. When she shouted these two words, she was almost crying blood. It was too suffocating. Hurry up. Hand over the storage ring. The divine weapon. All right, I don't want the divine weapon anymore. I don't like it. 3 seconds left. As Fong Ping and Ji Yao spoke, behind them, Huayu and Purple Moon's expressions changed again and again. At this time, both of them moved cautiously toward Fong Ping. However, Fong Ping turned around abruptly. His golden body flashed, and he punched. Bang! Both of them were only early-stage rank 8, and they were heavily injured. They were no match for him. They were sent flying in an instant. Fong Ping smiled. Is that enough sincerity? As he said that, Fong Ping smiled again. Why don't we work together and put on a show? Let Huayu go. Let Huayu live. Ji Yao, I'm not lying to you about some things. Li Zhu is really a powerhouse who walked 2 paths. If you say it, no one will believe you. But if Huayu says it, people will believe you. Huayu, hand over your storage ring. Otherwise, if I kill you right now, it will also be mine. Li Zhu hid his strength. In Sky Plant City, he purposely let me go so that I could kill you. The Maple King also hid his strength. You might not know this, but I do. The Maple King walked 2 paths. As soon as he said this, Huayu said darkly, "The Imperial Ancestor has guessed this before. It might be true." Fong Ping was stunned. F***CK, I just said it casually. How can this be used as proof? Fong Ping didn't care anymore. He turned around again and punched Purple Moon heavily. He laughed. Huayu, kill Purple Moon, hand over the storage ring. This way, everyone will have something to use against me. Of course, after you go back, you can slander me. It doesn't matter. When Huayu goes back, find some trouble for Li Zhu. You can even say that it was Feng Miesheng who killed everyone, whatever you say. Both of you, if you want to be the Lord of Kings, then you better work together. Otherwise, we'll all die together. Before he finished speaking, Huayu staggered to his feet and punched Purple Moon to death. He threw the storage ring to Fong Ping and looked at Ji Yao. Ji Yao, what do you think now? Give me a way out. Both of us are alive. That's the best explanation we can give. Otherwise, if only you and Fong Ping's group escape, no one will believe you. And even if I kill Purple Moon, I won't leak any information. We're still young and have a future. Are we really going to die here together? Ji Yao's face was livid. She looked at Fong Ping. Fong Ping still ignored her. He continued putting old Wang's spoils of war into the storage ring and the divine weapon beside Purple Moon. As for Hua Yu's, he had self-destructed earlier. Fong Ping couldn't be bothered to talk about it. When he was done, Fong Ping said, Old Wang, do you have a human avatar? Yes, someone from the Liu family died in Star Town. Fong Ping listened for a while and said, Is it that Liu Ji from the Liu family? The one we met in Star Town last time? It's him. Fong Ping's figure began to transform. Soon, he turned into Liu Ji's appearance. He said, We met once before. Is it like this? A little darker, a little shorter, Fong Ping began to operate in front of them. Ji Yao and the others watched with their eyes wide open. Fong Ping ignored them. He smiled and said, This is more like it. It's fine as long as I'm not recognized the moment I show up. As for his aura, Fong Ping quickly changed after seeing Liu Ji. The Fong Ping now was completely different from before. He didn't care about this. Fong Ping smiled and said, All right, Ji Yao, it's time to hand over the storage ring. Time's up. Impossible. Then let's die together. Fong Ping said it carelessly. He did not hesitate either. Once again, he shattered the sphere a little. Rumble. This time it was no longer a rumble. In the sky, pressure erupted. Lightning-like attacks began to bombard the ground directly. In front of them, the ground turned into a black hole instantly. The terrain around them changed at an indescribable speed. Ji Yao was about to go crazy as she screamed hysterically. This bastard, he really wanted to perish together with her. Fong Ping was actually scared half to death. However, at this time, it was a gamble on who was more unafraid of death. If he did not gamble, he might not be able to get out. At this moment, the monsters around them also roared and squeezed toward the passageway. Fong Ping said telepathically, Ji Yao, do you want these monsters to go crazy? Hurry, let's get out together. You release your clones, I release my origin chi. Let's bury these monsters together and hide the truth, including Hu Feng. Kill them all. Those who know the secret. It's enough for us. You. Ji Yao's heart turned cold. Then, she gritted her teeth and threw the storage ring to Fong Ping. Fong Ping sneered. How cowardly. But this was good too. Fong Ping did not waste any time. He shouted, Old Wang, you guys go first. Old Wang and the rest did not delay. They quickly rushed toward the passageway, ignoring Ji Yao, who was blocking the way. Ji Yao's face was livid. At this time, Fong Ping also walked to her side. He smiled and said, Don't be angry. I help you, you help me. Everyone helps each other. How great is that? Hua Yu, let's work together more in the future. If there's a need, tell us. If there's an enemy, tell us and make arrangements. I'll help you get rid of them. To be honest, we haven't reached that stage yet. At this time, it doesn't matter what camp we are in. If we help each other, we can grow faster. In the end, when we reach the peak, then we can think about the camp. This is the best choice. There are some people that you can't deal with. Send them to the Outland and send a message. I'll bring people to get rid of them. I guarantee that you'll be satisfied. I don't believe that in such a big kingdom, you don't have any opponents. As Fong Ping spoke, he grabbed hold of Hu Feng. Amidst Hu Feng's disbelief, Fong Ping squeezed him until he exploded. He laughed and said, Look, Ji Yao was too embarrassed to kill him, so I helped her. Isn't that great? What do the two of you think? Hua Yu looked at Ji Yao and said mildly, I have no objections. Ji Yao did not speak. Fong Ping saw that Feng Ke was arranging for the monsters to retreat. He laughed and said, Feng Ke, stop pretending. Let's go. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping quickly rushed into the passageway. Ji Yao was not slower than him. She also dove in immediately. Hua Yu did the same. Feng Ke had just been arranging for the monsters to retreat in an orderly manner. Now that she was flying, she was not any slower than the three of them. Just as they were retreating, a round bead and a crystal shot out from the passageway. There was a rumble. The crystal exploded, and a powerful phantom appeared. The other true king's clones did not speak. This shadow frowned slightly and said mildly, "The king battlefield." Damn it. As expected, before he finished speaking, the round bead beside him exploded. In the next moment, the entire king battlefield rumbled. The sky was torn open. At this moment, countless figures charged out from the sky. Wherever they went, everything turned into nothingness. Fate King rushed into the sky and laughed. As expected. It's you. Since you've exposed yourselves, don't even think about escaping. The shadow and the figures that charged out of the void started fighting. In the king battlefield, the rank 7 region shook nonstop. Large areas of the terrain disappeared. The regional walls started to break. The regional walls leading to the rank 6 region disappeared quickly. The regional walls leading to the rank 8 region did not last long. The rank 7 region was not really empty. Not only were there humans, but there were also a large number of monsters. At this moment, they were all screaming. In the blink of an eye, everything was destroyed. Outside, the moment the king battlefield shook, the faces of the powerhouses who were fighting changed. Zhang Tao pushed King Moto back with a palm and rushed toward the entrance. When he reached the entrance, Zhang Tao's palm broke through the void. He reached out abruptly and grabbed a few people. Fong Ping growled, "Don't kill." Zhang Tao loosened his grip. He did not choose to kill Ji Yao and Hua Yu. In reality, he could not kill them. Tiger King, Maple King, and a few others were already charging toward him. Zhang Tao grabbed them with his big hand and roared, "Retreat." As soon as he finished speaking, he broke through the void and left. Not far away, Li Jin scooped up a few rank 9 martial artists who had already escaped far away and shouted, "I'll bring you guys back." After saying that, Li Jin fled toward the ancient Buddha sacred land. Behind him, 3 true kings chased after him. There were 3 true kings chasing after him. There were also 3 people chasing after Zhang Tao. On the other side, King Gu roared, "Don't leave me behind. I'm coming. Old Chun, let's go." Another person appeared. The Chun family's patriarch ran without saying a word. The Shin family's patriarch was here. The two met up and fled frantically. The catacombs' true kings had gone crazy. There were 6 who were chasing after Zhang Tao and Li Jun. There were also 4 who were chasing after them. 10 true kings. There were still 2 who were standing guard. In the distance, there was another true king's aura. Not to mention, there was another one with Nan Yunyue. More than 10 true kings. Chun Gaiong cursed in his heart. Zhang Tao, this son of AB *TSH, said there were at most 4 or 5 people. Motherf Kerr. The patriarch could not take it anymore. He was still cursing when there was an explosion behind him. The big bowl-shaped king's battleground suddenly exploded. Not all of it exploded. The sky above the rank 7 regions suddenly exploded. Rumble. In the void, a large crack appeared. It exploded just like that. Chun Gaiong and the others looked back, their faces full of shock. It exploded just like that? Although it was only a hole in the big bowl, and this hole was quickly repaired. But the moment it exploded, everyone's footsteps paused. It's the second king's aura. At this moment, this thought arose in many people's minds. Their desire to kill everyone on Earth was instantly reduced by 30%. The eyes of Maple King and the others also glowed as they looked over there. Then, Maple King's expression changed. Extermination. Extermination did not come out. Zhang Tao. Fong Ping. Maple King was furious. He no longer cared about the king's battleground that was being repaired, charging toward Zhang Tao instantly. As for Li Jun, he could not be bothered with him. P.S. First of the month, seeking a guaranteed monthly ticket. Chapter 771. It was almost New Year's Eve and the New Year. After the New Year, It was time for the website to ascend to godhood. If there was no hope, then so be it. Old Eagle still had some hope, but it was too difficult to ascend to godhood. There were too many people in front of him, and there were only a few spots every year. If Old Eagle wanted to jump the queue, he would have to do better than his current results. The monthly votes list could be considered the most intuitive list, so Old Eagle still wanted to fight for it. Brothers, please vote some monthly votes. Many people said that one shouldn't care about empty fame, and that it didn't matter whether or not godhood was godhood. Actually, Old Eagle didn't care either. The key was that one couldn't go against money. The godhood's commission was even higher, and the money spent by the brothers wasn't even half of what the godhood's Old Eagle received. Don't people live for fame and fortune? Godhood was both fame and fortune. These were words that came from the bottom of his heart. Old Eagle didn't want to give up on the same amount of money. So, Old Eagle still had to fight for it. Brothers, let's first vote for the guaranteed monthly votes and see if there's hope. If there's hope, Old Eagle will continue to vote. If the gap is too big, then we'll wait and see. How unambitious. In any case, brothers, let's vote again. Global High Martial Arts latest chapter address. Global High Martial Arts full text reading address. /20374/ Global High Martial Arts TXT download address. Global High Martial mobile reading address. /20374/ for convenience of reading next time. You can click favorites on the right to record this time, February, looking for monthly votes. Continue. Read the record. You can see it the next time you open the bookshelf. If you like Global High Martial Arts, please recommend Green Bean to your friends, QQ, blog, WeChat, etc. Thank you for your support. Chapter 772. Zhang Tao was practically tearing space apart to escape. Maple King was not the only one chasing after him. There were already 3 true kings, and now there was another one. 4 true kings were chasing after him. Hearing Maple King's roar, Zhang Tao did not even turn his head. He scolded, "You're looking for Fong Ping and your grandson. Why are you chasing me? Do you think I'm a pushover? Let's fight one-on-one if you dare. I'll beat the shit out of you." Zhang Tao kept cursing. Fong Ping was used to it. The others were also used to it. Only old Yao was still a little shocked. As for whether Ji Yao, Hua Yu, and the others who were left behind by old Zhang heard it or not, and what they thought, it was not in their minds. Fong Ping sat on old Zhang's large palm, finally feeling at ease. Although old Zhang was a jerk, he had to admit that he felt very safe. Fong Ping had always thought that following old Zhang would guarantee his safety. At this moment, Fong Ping still had the time to look around. Seeing the 4 true kings behind him, he turned his head and shouted, "Don't chase us. Are you all out of your minds?" In the battlefield, the descendants of the 2 majestic court's true kings were killing each other. The true king's clones were endless. The sky was dark, and almost everyone was dead. "Why are you still chasing us? Are you out of your minds?" Ji Yao and Hua Yu colluded with each other and killed everyone. Now you want to help them silence them? Bastard! Behind, a true king was enraged and scolded. Fong Ping recognized one of them and laughed. "Tiger King? Ha ha ha! Your grandson died so tragically. What god's blood did Ji Yao use to unleash rank 8 strength and squash your grandson? Your grandson was still yelling, 'Ji Yao won't kill me,' before he died. Ha ha, what a joke. Don't be crazy. I'm serious. Your grandson used your clone to kill Xianjun and wanted to kill Bai Shangyue to pave the way for Ji Yao. He even fantasized about marrying into the Ji family. In the end, he died so tragically." Behind, Tiger King was furious. He raised his hand and punched, breaking the space. A gigantic fist appeared right in front of Fong Ping. Zhang Tao turned his hand and crushed the fist. He glanced at Fong Ping speechlessly. "Stop provoking me. If you continue, I won't be able to take it." Fong Ping pretended not to see the giant fist. He laughed and said, "You don't believe me? Don't think I'm lying to you. Whether it's true or not, you true kings aren't idiots. Just think about it and you'll know." "Fine, I admit it. I'm Fong Ping." But he had just entered rank 8. Could he kill them? "I don't even have a peerless avatar. I'll be lucky if I don't get killed by them." He had only intended to fish for some benefits, but who knew that he would end up witnessing such a shocking show? Haha, killing to the point of forming a river of blood. It's so satisfying to watch. You catacombs people are all so selfish. For the sake of the Lord position, to become a true king, you kill until your own parents don't recognize you. Tiger King, don't play dumb. Your doppelganger was the first to be used. How could you not know? Maple Monarch, your clone has gone along with the other 2 true Monarch clones. You idiot. Don't tell me that you think I killed 3 true Monarch clones by myself? Even a fool would know there's a problem, yet you guys still want to hunt me down. Aren't you just trying to cover your ears and not admitting it? Fong Ping laughed maniacally. What a great show. It was so enjoyable to watch. Hua Yu and Ji Yao joined forces and killed all the opponents. From now on, these 2 will probably be the Lord. Fong Ping continued to laugh maniacally. Maple Monarch and the others behind him did not make a sound. Even if they were about to explode with anger, they did not say a word. Just because they did not speak did not mean that they did not move. They tore through the void and attacked old Zhang. Zhang Tao ran so fast that Fong Ping could not even see his surroundings clearly. His vision was plunged into darkness. Even so, Fong Ping continued to laugh. Life King is the most ruthless. His doppelganger is extremely powerful. He could have chosen not to attack, but he did. He attacked the king's battlefield and attacked the chaos origin path. This old thing did not care about the lives of others. He just wanted to test the situation in the king's battlefield. Damn, so many people died. Don't push the blame on me. It's all your own people's doing. Don't come after me for no reason. Did I offend you? Boom! As soon as he finished speaking, Zhang Tao stopped in his tracks. Then his body swayed. Very quickly he cursed, "Shut up! Damn, that old Life King actually made a move." As soon as he finished speaking, someone in the void said lightly, "King Wu, how can a true king be so easily humiliated? If this happens again, don't blame me for not caring about my reputation and attacking a junior." As Zhang Tao fled, he cursed, "F***CK. Am I not a junior? Old thing, you attacked me. Are you looking down on the subduing heavenly king? Old senior Li, the catacombs is going all out." Zhang Tao roared. His voice traveled thousands of miles. In the void, a powerful wave of mentality swept over. The Life King's voice seemed to have changed. He said in a strange tone, "King Wu, why do you keep pretending to be a fool? Why don't you and I exchange a few moves?" Zhang Tao sneered. "Save it for later. If Life King has the time, you should go to the king's battlefield to see your granddaughter. Otherwise, she will be torn apart by the furious true kings." The Ji family's calculations are not shallow. They have 3 true kings in their family. They are the catacombs' #1 clan. Alright, the Life King came so quickly. It seemed like he had his eyes on the king's battlefield for a long time. Did he plan to destroy the king's battlefield? He's quite generous. He cut a lot of mentality. He even cut a lot of origin path. Is he preparing to do something big? If there's a need, squeak and call me. Let's see if we can get some benefits. In the big palm, Li Hansong squeezed Fong Ping with his shoulder, winking. "Damn, it sounds like you. Did the 2 of you discuss this?" Fong Ping looked at him with an unfriendly expression. He said telepathically, "I'm more shameless than him. When I reach the top, I won't be like this. I'm weak now. Besides, I'm young. I'm only 20 years old. How old is he? Even his grandson is older than me. He's shameless. I'm young." Crack. As soon as he finished speaking, his bones were squeezed by an invisible force until they were about to explode. Fong Ping was shocked. F***CK. How strong are you? There are 4 true kings behind you. There's still a true king with 2 great paths watching you. You still have the time to eavesdrop? Fong Ping was speechless. There was a long way to go to beat old Zhang. Top was not enough, right? 5 great true king powerhouses. Moreover, none of them were weak among the true kings. Did you still have the strength to spare? Fong Ping was shocked beyond belief. In the void, the mentality that was sweeping toward him grew stronger and stronger. After a long while, The mentality opened its mouth and spoke in Mandarin. Retreat. Do you guys really want to start a war now? Behind him, a hint of fear flashed across Maple King's eyes. Then he said furiously, Heavenly King subduing, hand over Fong Ping. As long as you hand over Fong Ping, I'll retreat immediately. Otherwise, so what if we start a war today? Tiger King was also furious. He shouted, In the land of rebirth, you dare to attack and kill the descendants of the kings. Your sin is unforgivable. Fong Ping is extremely daring. Not only did he disrupt the king's battleground, but he also dared to invade Sky Plant City. The prestige of the royal court cannot be humiliated. We must kill him. Hand over Fong Ping. The few true kings shouted angrily at the top of their lungs. Without waiting for Heavenly King subduing to speak, Zhang Tao sneered and said disdainfully, A bunch of trash. A rank 8 actually caused such a ruckus. You still want to attack Earth? Save it. Otherwise, with so many true kings, only 2 of you will survive in the end. Zhang Tao, don't be insolent. The few true kings at the back flew into a rage. They could not take it anymore. Zhang Tao could not be bothered. He laughed and said, Old Senior Li, let's join forces today. We'll leave these few fellows here and kill the Life King. Perhaps the royal court will be completely terrified and will not dare to send troops anymore. As soon as he finished speaking, Zhang Tao's aura suddenly skyrocketed. He laughed and said, Here's your chance. As soon as he said that, Zhang Tao suddenly stopped fleeing. A crystal book suddenly appeared in front of him. The sky-covering crystal book. Seal. Destroy. Kill. Zhang Tao roared and laughed. I've been waiting for you to take the bait. Damn it, go. At the back, the few true kings saw this, and their expressions changed drastically. One after another, they attacked the sky-covering crystal book. Rumble. The entire space was collapsing. A small gap appeared in the crystal book. However, an earth-shattering murderous aura erupted in an instant. One by one, words shot out from the book, heading straight for the few true kings. The few true king powerhouses roared, tearing the void and attacking the words. In the end, as soon as they attacked, the words collapsed and the crystal book disappeared. Not far away, Zhang Tao had already left. He laughed and said, I'll spare your lives. I'll kill you next time. Bastard. Zhang Tao, you're a disgrace among the true kings. The few true kings were furious. This B** starred said it so viciously, but in the end, he faked it. He made some fake attacks and ran away. Among the hundreds of true kings in the catacombs and land of rebirth, no one was more shameless than him. In the void, the Life King chuckled. He did not reveal himself, nor did he attack. After a laugh, he disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. If Fong Ping had not insulted him earlier, he might not have shown himself. The Life King left just like that. The mentality of the suppressing Heavenly King swept over and disappeared in the blink of an eye. In the distance, Zhang Tao turned his head again and shouted, Come again if you have the guts. This time, I'll definitely kill all of you. Regardless of what the true kings were thinking, Fong Ping and the rest looked at each other and shrugged. Old Zhang was good at shooting his mouth off. If these true kings really wanted to argue with him, they would most likely be no match for him. At this moment, Zhang Tao had already escaped tens of thousands of miles. Very soon, he used the flight step and arrived at the top of Mount Royal Sea. Standing at the top of the mountain, Zhang Tao looked around and smiled. Thank you. Old Senior Li. Silence. Zhang Tao did not seem to care. He continued looking around and smiled. Old Senior Li. Li Zhen is being hunted down. Do you need help? Still silence. Zhang Tao sighed. Forget it. I won't care then. All right, Old Senior, I've been improving slowly recently. Do you have any advice? The path is the same. Why ask me? In the void, a voice came, but the person was still nowhere to be seen. Fong Ping also looked around curiously. The name of the suppressing Heavenly King was known to everyone. At least to the high-level martial artists, it was like thunder piercing their ears. However, He had never seen the suppressing heavenly king before. Fong Ping wanted to get to know him. Unfortunately, there was no chance. He could not see him now. Zhang Tao smiled. He threw Fong Ping and the others aside casually. His palm returned to normal size. He said, "Senior, the Qi explosion in the Land of Kings, was it really the second king's Qi? I don't know. Is that so? Senior, is there anything in the Land of Kings that can help people improve? I mean, other than the second king, is there anything else?" "I don't know." Zhang Tao was a little regretful. He smiled. "If that's the case, then I won't disturb Senior's meditation anymore." Zhang Tao grabbed Fong Ping and the others again and was about to leave. He had only taken a few steps when in the void, the suppressing heavenly king's voice seemed to be stuck. He said slowly, "I need to meditate. Next time, there's no need to find a few opponents for me." Zhang Tao chuckled. "I had no choice. Please forgive me, Senior. The juniors nowadays are good at causing trouble. I thought we could handle it ourselves. Who knew that so many true kings would come? More than 10 true kings. If Senior doesn't help, we'll be in danger. Your coalescence Tao is enough to handle it. Senior, you must be joking. The path is endless. I've walked for thousands of meters. How can I handle it?" Zhang Tao said a few humble words. Then, he did not linger. He smiled. "Then I'll have to trouble Senior to pay more attention. These true kings might cross boundaries soon. Senior, please take care of them." "Of course. Farewell." Old Zhang chuckled. His body returned to the size of a normal person. His palms were still huge. He grabbed Fong Ping and the others, not letting them move an inch. He walked along the peak of Mount Royal Sea to other places. He seemed to be walking slowly. Fong Ping and the others were held in his hands, but they could not feel the existence of their surroundings. He was so fast that they could not see their surroundings at all. Zhang Tao laughed as he walked. "Kid, you're in big trouble this time." Fong Ping said nothing. Zhang Tao continued. "In total, there are 13 true kings and life kings who rushed here, including those who haven't arrived yet. It's close to 20. A few paragons almost died because of you. Paragons are related to the survival of the entire Earth. For you alone, the entire Earth was almost destroyed. You have to bear this responsibility." Fong Ping was dumbfounded. This was related to the survival of the entire human race? Because of me alone, the entire human race was almost destroyed? Fong Ping felt helpless, but he could not care so much. He said hurriedly, "Old Minister Zhang, creak." Fong Ping's bones continued to make crisp sounds. Fong Ping, who had turned into a different person, was forcefully pinched back to his original form. Fong Ping shook his head. "Change back just like that? All right." He was a paragon. It was understandable that he was strong. Fong Ping could not be bothered to say anything else. He had almost called Old Zhang earlier. If Old Zhang wanted to teach him a lesson, he would not be able to resist. Ignoring this, Fong Ping asked hurriedly, "Minister, there's a war in the Magic City catacombs?" "That's right. When did it happen?" 4 to 5 days ago. "Are you all right? What's the situation now?" "I don't know." Fong Ping was stunned for a moment. He said hurriedly, "You don't know? How could you not know?" Zhang Tao said lightly, "I have too many things to do. I don't have time to pay attention to everything. You guys have caused a lot of commotion in the catacombs. I have to keep an eye on the catacombs to prevent the catacombs' true kings from invading. Moreover, wars are breaking out everywhere in other places. I'm not a god. Do you think I can manage everything?" Fong Ping's expression changed. He asked hurriedly, "What's the general situation? This doesn't look good. Right now, there are only 3 rank 9s in Magic City catacombs: Li Changsheng, Wu Quishan, and Wu Chuan. Fan Haiping went to Nanjiang catacombs. There are 24 rank 9s in Magic City catacombs and catacomb cities." Fong Ping's expression changed again. Very quickly, Fong Ping said in a muffled voice, "Minister, send me to the Magic City catacombs." "You're going?" Zhang Tao said lightly. "Go to Mount Royal Sea. Mount Royal Sea leads directly to the depths." "Are you sure you want to go to Magic City's catacombs?" Fong Ping said immediately. "Yes, I want to go there immediately. I'm Li Yi, and the 4 of them are my attendants. It won't be a problem if I lead the team there. Of course, I hope the news hasn't reached us yet. Those true kings don't have time to care about you guys now." After hearing that, Fong Ping did not waste any more time. Very quickly, he turned into Li Yi's appearance. Then, he took out a few sets of armor from his storage space and threw them to Li Hansong and the rest. He said, "Follow me to Magic City Catacombs to announce the royal court's new order." As he said that, Fong Ping thought for a while and said, "Forget about Li Yi. It's easy to attract attention when you're a big shot. You can pretend to be a commander under his command." Fong Ping changed again, turning into Mu He's appearance that he killed. This was also a powerhouse commander in Li Yi's residence. He was killed by him earlier. "Minister, look at me. If I go to Magic City Catacombs and announce a truce, will those city lords agree?" Zhang Tao stared at him for a while. Suddenly, he laughed and said, "Try it. A truce is nothing. Go and announce that the Monster Plants King and Monster Life King Court will start a war. I'll think of a way to keep Green Wolf King and Bamboo King occupied. Warlord is there too. It's a good time to play with them. As for the reasons, there are too many. Just say that Ji Yao is dead, or Feng Yixing was killed, or Li was killed. In short, important people were killed by the other party. Now we're going to start a full-scale war with Monster Life King Court. It's not like the two kings have never fought before. Before they started the war with us, even decades ago, the two kings have always been at war. However, your position is too low. They might not listen to you," Zhang Tao continued. "Moreover, these people might want to consult the true kings. So whether you can do it or not, it's up to you. Even if you can't, at least you can make the two families stop fighting temporarily. It's a good idea. Kid, why don't I take this opportunity to send you to a few more catacombs and announce the news one by one?" Zhang Tao said thoughtfully, "There are dozens of catacombs. Even if only one catacomb starts a war, it's still a good thing for us. What do you think?" Fong Ping said sheepishly, "Forget it. One catacombs is fine. I know Magic City Catacombs better. If I go to other places and the true kings spread the news, I'll be dead meat." Zhang Tao laughed and said, "Then let's go to Magic City Catacombs quickly. I'll distract the two true kings first. You guys do as you see fit. Right? Be careful that Li Chongsheng and the rest kill you by mistake. Don't blame me for not reminding you." Having said that, Zhang Tao added, "To prevent you from being killed by mistake and losing your things, if you have any precious treasures, you can leave them with me first. When you come out, I'll return them to you." Fong Ping rolled his eyes. "If it's in your hands, how can I have a share? How can I get it back? I've never seen you spit out anything that's in your hands in the end." Fong Ping ignored him and said hurriedly, "Li Zhu really has the strength of a true king. The Maple King might be hiding his strength. Li Zhu is a huge threat to me. I only managed to escape his killing range after I ran 3,000 li away from Skyplant City. The Shijiang Catacombs seem to be preparing to kill Guardian Zhang. Zhao Xingwu has become the left commander of the Skyplant army. The Maple King might be trying to persuade him to go to the first grotto heaven. Also, the Shishan Catacombs are preparing to launch an attack to kill those cultivating new students. Oh yes, something might be wrong with the Dongwu Catacombs. I've seen a guy called Jin Yuhuai. He might be in cahoots with a human traitor. This traitor is even a higher-up. The news that you like to eavesdrop has spread. Jin Yuhuai is spreading it around the catacombs." As Fong Ping spoke, Zhang Tao was a little shocked. This kid had only gone to the catacombs for a few days, and he already knew a lot of top-secret information. Many of them were things he knew for the first time. However, when he heard the last sentence, Zhang Tao suddenly chuckled. His laughter was a little creepy. "I like to eavesdrop, and it was spread to the catacombs. Jin Yuhuai actually knew about it. Did the person in charge of contacting the Dongwu Catacombs have a death wish? It seemed like it had been a long time since he showed his prowess. Have some people forgotten how petty I, Zhang Tao, am? Spreading it to human martial artists was fine. Motherf asterisk Kerr. He even started spreading it to the catacombs martial artists. Did he really think that my reputation as a martial king was worthless? When Fong Ping and the rest heard this laughter, they felt uncomfortable. Fong Ping thought that he was angry because there was a traitor, so he did not say much. Very quickly, Fong Ping said, "Also, there's an earth-shattering deal. Forget it. I'll talk to the minister later. If this deal is done, we'll be rich." Deal? Zhang Tao's interest was piqued. He laughed and said, "What deal? Is it dangerous? How much can we earn? Is it because we've established a relationship with the catacombs martial artists and can trade? I'll say this in advance. Don't mention any deals with energy stones less than 500 caddies. The risk is too high. It's not worth it. I'll give you a standard. If you offend a true king, as long as it's not a death sentence, 1,000 caddies a year is still acceptable." Fong Ping looked at him, astonished. He looked at him strangely. 1,000 caddies? A year? 100 king coins? 100 king coin was worth 100 caddies of energy stones. According to what you're saying, if I take 100 king coins a year to exchange for resources, it'll be fine even if I offend a true king? Old Zhang, what are you thinking? I've already said it's an earth-shattering deal. The earth-shattering deal I'm talking about is 1,000 caddies of energy stones a year? How much does old Zhang look down on me? Fong Ping wanted to say something, but paused. Forget it. I won't say it now. It won't be good if old Zhang gets scared. The old man was very greedy. If he became jealous and threw him into the restricted area now, Fong Ping would not be willing to go back in again after he had just come out. Besides, MCMAU's problem had not been solved yet. He had to solve MCMAU's problem first. Fong Ping, who was used to seeing big things, felt that the Magic City Catacombs problem was actually not that big of a problem. I've seen a lot of true kings. Magic City Catacombs only has 20 rank 9s. It's not a big deal. In Skyplant City, he had seen too many rank 9s. They were everywhere. There were even plenty of origin paths. While he was still thinking, Zhang Tao saw that he was silent and laughed. It's not worth it to frequently go to the restricted area with less than 1,000 caddies. Restrain yourself and don't look for trouble. Let me remind you, MCMU's losses this time are not small. This is also your responsibility. You do as you see fit. The losses are not small. Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. The arrogance that had just risen dissipated instantly. Damn it, I'll teach them a lesson sooner or later. Fong Ping let out a low humph in his heart. His gaze was cold and fierce. This time, I've consumed the holy fruit and those good stuff. Let's see how far I can hone my golden body. When I'm strong enough, these guys won't have it easy. Chapter 773. When they were about to reach the boundary of the Magic City Catacombs, Zhang Tao stopped in his tracks and smiled. You really don't want to leave the treasures with me? If you die, I'll leave at least half of them for MCMAU. Fong Ping's expression darkened. Cursing me? No need. Fong Ping refused without hesitation. Just as he was about to say something, Zhang Tao tossed it away. Bang! A deafening roar was heard. The few low-rank monsters nearby fled in fright. Fong Ping crawled out of the ground, shaking his head and scolding. Old man, you're so evil. You threw it away just like that. At least say hello. Shut up. Wang Jinyang was helpless. He said, stop talking nonsense. If you're heard, I'll teach you a lesson. Fong Ping looked ahead. He could see Mount Royal Sea. It should be near the entrance of the Magic City Catacombs. Fong Ping did not say much. He turned to look at them and said, return the imperishable substance to me. The four of them did not say a word. Return it to you? What a joke. They were green with envy at the imperishable substance. They could sense the concentrated, imperishable substance in it. How could they return it? Fong Ping said in a low voice, if you go in, you'll be easily sensed. You're all rank 7. Where did the imperishable substance come from? Isn't this obviously fake? All right, return it to me first. I'll return it to you later. They looked helpless. Li Hansong said sheepishly, you're really returning it? Nonsense. Do I look like that kind of petty person? Hurry up, I still have something to do. The few of them were reluctant to part with the imperishable substance, but they still returned it to Fong Ping. Qin Fengqing returned it too. Fong Ping looked at it for a while and said suddenly, Qin Fengqing. Why did it shrink? Huh? Qin Fengqing looked confused. He said quickly, maybe it spilled out when we were escaping. Fong Ping rolled his eyes. Spilled out my ass. It would be strange if it did not shrink in this guy's hands. Fortunately, this guy was weak and could not take so much. He hid some in his bones, but it was probably only a few dozen yuan of imperishable substance. Fong Ping did not bother to say anything. After keeping the imperishable substance, Fong Ping looked at his wealth. 379 million points vitality, 70,280 calories, 70,488 calories mentality, 4,099 hertz, 4,099 hertz, power of destruction, 35 yuan, bones honed, 206, 100% storage space, 10,000 cubic meters plus, energy barrier, 1 point/minute plus, aura simulation, 10 per minute plus. After looking for a while, he found that it was not much different from the King of March's battlefield. Instead, he lost 2 million wealth points. Fong Ping knew that his wealth had not increased yet. It was probably not because of the danger. Logically speaking, old Zhang had left them here, so the danger should have been resolved. Otherwise, old Zhang would not have left. In that case, it was because there was no distribution. Fong Ping thought for a while. He was not in a hurry to distribute them. Now that the distribution was over, it would be terrible if his wealth exceeded 1 billion points. There was still a possibility. Just by Shan Yue's holy fruit and Ji Yao's holy fruit alone were worth 200 million points, not to mention the other gains. Fong Ping glanced at them and quickly changed their auras. Adding 4 people would cost 100,000 wealth points per minute. Although Fong Ping was rich and overbearing, he could not afford to spend like this. He said quickly, let's end this quickly. Remember, catacombs martial artists, restricted area martial artists. There's nothing else, just one thing, arrogance. Fong Ping warned, restricted area martial artists are arrogant. They look down on foreign martial artists. You just have to pretend to be arrogant and ignore them. That's enough. Also, Qin Fengqing, control that thieving look in your eyes. When we go back, there will be benefits for you. Now stop. From now on, I am your leader, Commander Mu He, a powerhouse under Li Yi's command. Li Yi is the Lord of March's son. Fong Ping guided them telepathically as he walked. They listened attentively. After a while, Qin Fengqing asked curiously, Fong Ping, how much did you earn this time? His name is Mu He. Cough, cough. Commander Mu, how much did you earn this time? Qin Fengqing's eyes lit up. You snatched Ji Yao, snatched Hua Yu, and kept all the divine weapons that old Wang and the others had. You must have earned a lot this time, right? It's normal. Is there a trillion? Fong Ping glanced at him. After a while, he said, we'll talk when we get back. Qin Fengqing did not ask anymore. He sighed in his heart. Damn, it seemed like there was really a trillion. This guy earned so much money that his hands were cramping. Magic City Catacombs, Mount Royal Sea entrance. At this moment, there was someone receiving Mount Royal Sea. Fong Ping knew it because he had come from this place last time. The one guarding the Magic City entrance was not a Catacombs rank 9, but a rank 8 powerhouse. Seeing Fong Ping and the others, this person also knew Mu He. When he saw Fong Ping, he smiled hurriedly. Commander Mu, this time you're here. Fong Ping interrupted. How's the situation in 7 Southern Territories? The rank 8 powerhouse in charge smiled quickly. Everything is going smoothly. Longevity Sword and the others have been severely injured. They're holding on now. Very soon, we'll be able to kill them completely. If Snake King did not self-destruct his divine weapon, 1 or 2 of them would have fallen in the previous battle. Fong Ping was helpless. They had to self-destruct their divine weapons again. On Old Wu's side, rank 9 divine weapons exploded really quickly. They had only exploded one in August, and now they exploded again. However, Fong Ping felt a chill in his heart. They had already reached the point of self-destructing their divine weapons. It seemed like the situation was indeed not optimistic. Fong Ping glanced at the powerhouse in charge. Suddenly he laughed. That's good. Open the passageway. I want to go in now. Commander Mu, do you have a passageway token? Fong Ping looked impatient. He tossed a token at him. He had plenty of these things. Feng Yixing had them. Seeing the token, the rank 8 powerhouse said no more. Very quickly, he led the others into the passageway. Yao Qingjun asked telepathically, not attacking? No. In case the true king notices anything unusual. Although old Zhang and Warlord had disappeared, possibly bringing the true king out for a spin, Fong Ping felt that there was no need to lose the big picture because of a small gain. It was just a rank 8 martial artist. It did not matter if he was killed or not. After entering the passageway, on the other side of the stronghold, the old man Fong Ping met when he exited the catacombs the other day was still guarding the Grand Canyon outside the passageway. Year after year, day after day, Fong Ping glanced at the other party. Without saying a word, he strode away. Old Wang and the others also followed him and left without a word. It was not until they were a distance away that Old Wang sighed telepathically. Compared to these seniors, we are much more fortunate. Fong Ping said calmly, there are always people who are contributing. In the face of national calamity, you and I cannot avoid it. The catacombs calamity is not fair. One day, the ones guarding this place might be you and me, or even our descendants. As he said that, Fong Ping's tone changed. He said self-deprecatingly, we might not even have this chance. So, while I'm still young, I should enjoy myself to the fullest. The world is so big. Take a look around, or else you won't be able to see it even if you want to in the future. In this lifetime, perhaps the happiest time was when I first started learning martial arts. Wang Jinyang laughed. Beside him, Li Hansong also chuckled softly. At that time, we were indeed carefree and full of longing for the future. It's a pity that these days are gone forever. The young people of the new generation are not as fortunate as we were back then. Ignorance is bliss. It's a pity that once the catacombs matter is made public, this kind of bliss has also disappeared. Fong Ping did not say a word. He rose into the air and headed straight for Hope City. Halfway there, he passed by a city. There was no rank 9 guarding it. Fong Ping's gaze turned slightly cold. The second city, the third city, there was no rank 9 guarding it. When he reached the fourth city, Fong Ping's gaze flickered. He shouted loudly, Demonic Bamboo Guardian, where is the city lord of Demonic Bamboo City? In the city, a tall verdant bamboo tree's mentality fluctuated. He's gone to the land of hope. Demonic Bamboo Guardian, you are the guardian of the royal court. You are also the demon immortal general who guards the royal court. This time, Muhi is not here on behalf of the royal court. He is here on behalf of the Lord. Is Demonic Bamboo Guardian, like the other god generals, feeling that the Lord's faction has declined? Demonic Bamboo's mentality fluctuated again. I don't mean that. Fong Ping's expression suddenly darkened. He said solemnly, Her Highness Li Yi has fallen. Demonic Bamboo's mentality fluctuated slightly. Fong Ping said coldly again, killed by Ji Yao. The Lord has many constraints in the royal court. He can't send troops to the heavens mandate royal court. However, Her Highness is the Lord's legitimate son. This time, Her Highness was killed a disgrace to the royal court and the Lord. The Lord ordered us to come to the various outlands. I hope that the god generals can lend the Lord a hand. This vengeance must be avenged. Fong Ping said this with righteous indignation. He could not restrain his anger. His mentality fluctuated fiercely. He said angrily, Therefore, this time, Muhi came to the outlands to help the Lord. Ji Yao cannot be killed, but heaven's mandate royal court must pay the price. Demonic Bamboo Guardian, are you willing to fight for the Lord again? Just like in the past, I will accompany the Tianji army and fight again. Lord Guardian, if you are unwilling, the Lord will not force you. The royal court has fallen. The Lord is also seriously injured and is about to fall now. Who is still willing to fight for the Lord again? Fong Ping's eyes were bloodshot. He had been in the catacombs for a while and knew some things. Moreover, the last time he left the Magic City catacombs with Li Yi and the others, He knew that the monster bamboo city's city master and this green bamboo were people of the Lord's faction. It was not that the Lord did not have any arrangements in the Outlands. However, now that the Lord was seriously injured, these people and demons might not be willing to continue working for Li Zhu. Green Bamboo Guardian is willing to fight. In the void, demonic Bamboo Guardian's mentality trembled. He said telepathically, Monster Bamboo City is willing to fight for the Lord. At this moment, demonic Bamboo Guardian uprooted from the ground and soared directly into the sky. Fong Ping's heart trembled. Li Zhu. Li Zhu had such great prestige. In the Outlands, when he was seriously injured and about to fall, there were actually rank 9 demons willing to fight for him. This was actually somewhat beyond Fong Ping's expectations. When he passed by Monster Bamboo City, he was just testing the waters. But now, even the Guardian clans that did not belong to the royal court, the rank 9 demons, were actually willing to die for him. Li Zhu. Fong Ping was on his guard again. He thought of city lordy that day. Because of a few casual words from Feng Yesheng, that elemental Dao powerhouse directly killed those martial artists from the Outlands to prevent Li Yi from losing face and the Lord from being slandered. Moreover, this was under the situation where everyone thought that Li Zhu was crippled. If Li Zhu was not crippled, but became a true king instead. Fong Ping found it hard to imagine how many rank 9s in the Tianji royal court were willing to give their lives for Li Zhu. 300,000 Tianji soldiers were still willing to give their lives for the Lord's faction even after Li Zhu had been crippled for so many years. Although the 30 commanders-in-chief were roped in and divided by others, more than half of them still supported Li Zhu. This was prestige. Li Zhu had been lying low for many years. He might really have a big plan. Fong Ping did not think about this anymore. He bowed and saluted, his face full of excitement. Monster Bamboo Guardian is willing to fight. I will definitely report to the Lord truthfully. This time, I came to conquer the Tianji royal court cities. Monster Bamboo Divine General, I, Mu He, have offended you. Please listen to my command, and let them pay with their blood. Of course, the giant green bamboo replied. Fong Ping's spirit was lifted. He said again, Now, there are not many people that the Lord can trust. Lord Guardian, do you have any guidance? Who is still willing to continue fighting for the Lord? Monster, Cypress City, Magic City Catacombs had 13 cities. Sky Gate City was destroyed. After that, there were only 5 cities of the Tianji royal court left. And now, among the 5 cities, there were actually 2 cities that were willing to give their lives for Li Zhu. Fong Ping was shocked again. After all, the Outlands were divided among the true kings. The Tianji royal court in the Magic City Catacombs belonged to the Bamboo King. And now, this rank 9 monster plant did not even mention the Bamboo King. It wanted to join the war directly. Fong Ping took a deep breath and said no more. He said, Lord Monster Bamboo, if that's the case, then follow me to the Land of Hope. Take the opportunity to kill some Tianji powerhouses. Land of Hope, Longevity's Sword, Snake King. Fong Ping listened to its intermittent voice transmission. Very quickly, he said in a low voice, Those people are Maple King's opponents. Maple King wants them dead, and we might need to make them stay. Lord, what I said is just what I said. It has nothing to do with the Lord, but His Highness's death. Fong Ping gritted his teeth. It might have something to do with Fong extermination. He and Ji Yao worked together to harm His Highness. I came here this time only for personal revenge. Even if the true king is angry, Lord, you can just say that I passed the royal order falsely. Even if I die, it will only be Mu He and the others. They are merely commander level. If they die, then so be it. I will not hesitate. The giant green bamboo heard that and stopped its voice transmission. As for what it was thinking, Fong Ping had no way of knowing. However, these words of loyalty might have made the giant green bamboo a little emotional. Fong Ping did not waste any more time. Under the green bamboo's signal, the 5 of them stepped on a bamboo branch that extended from the green bamboo. The green bamboo was extremely fast, heading straight for Hope City. Fong Ping's heart was filled with guilt. I'm such a bad person. I tricked monsters again. I knew that the monsters were very stupid. I always tricked them. I really feel bad. Here in Magic City's catacombs, a few rank 8 monsters were still hiding in the bounded boundary zone after being tricked by him. After this time, this rank 9 monster plant would not be like this, right? It was hard to say. This was the territory of the Green Wolf King. The other party was from Destiny Royal Court. Although with War King around, the other party would not enter the outer zone to kill monsters. But there was no guarantee that it would be like King Huai last time, coming in directly. At the same time, Fong Ping tricked a rank 9 monster plant to be his fighter. Hope City. Wu Quishan's face was full of sorrow. He looked at Li Changsheng and said slowly, "Go back. Leave this place to me and Wu Chuan." Old man Li's face was pale. He said lightly, "Go out? If I go out, how long do I expect you to hold them off? Just kill them. Being able to live until now is something we earned." Having said that, Old Man Li did not care about him anymore. He turned around, looked at the city, and chuckled. Devil City is lost. Last time, thousands of instructors and students fought hard to conquer the city is lost. This time, maybe Hope City will be lost too. Everyone, you've done your best. You're all good boys of MCMAU. You're good. You didn't embarrass MCMAU. We've embarrassed MCMAU. Old Man Li laughed heartily. It's okay for us to be embarrassed. We're old. We don't care about this. Young people still have hot blood. They can still fight. If they dare to fight, then there's still hope. Go back. Cultivate well. We'll come back again. Just like the Tian'an catacombs. We'll go back again and turn them upside down. Deans. In the crowd, Zhang Yu, who was covered in blood, looked at Li Changsheng's golden body dimming. He said sorrowfully, "Vice-Chancellor Dean, let's retreat together. You're our backbone. If you don't retreat, we won't leave." Retreat? Old Man Li laughed heartily. Retreat? I still want to turn them upside down. If you want me to leave now, I won't agree. But you're too weak. Go back. Don't talk nonsense. In the catacombs, you have to carry out military orders. Retreat. Vice-Chancellor Dean, everyone's faces were filled with indignation. Their hearts were filled with indignation. In the last battle at Sky Gate, MCMU won easily. They conquered Sky Gate City. It was a great victory. The victory was surprising, the victory was delightful, and it made people feel inflated. Now, in a short 5 days, not only had they lost Sky Gate City, but Hope City was also about to be conquered. A few rank 9 powerhouses fought one after another. Their golden bodies were about to collapse. If this went on, a few more battles might cause a few rank 9s to fall. They were indignant. However, there was no use in being indignant. Their abilities were no match for the catacombs. The Vice-Chancellor and the rest had tried their best. But why did they not retreat? In the crowd, Tang Feng was also indignant. His hair and beard stood on end. He said in a low voice, "Let's retreat together. We can fight back after losing Magic City catacombs. We can stage a comeback and come back again." Old Man Li smiled faintly. "If I ask you to leave, then leave. Stop talking nonsense. Do we need you to teach us how to do things?" Dean, everyone's faces were pale. Did they have to stay? Old Man Li and the rest did not utter a word. Not stay? Not fight to the death? Perhaps they could do so previously. However, 2 days ago, the 3 departments ordered that they were not to retreat. All the Paragons had left Sino Nation. At this moment, once they retreated, the Catacombs rank 9 would invade the human world and Magic City. If they could not destroy the other party, Magic City would be in danger. Sino Nation would be in danger. All rank 9s in Sino Nation had already gone to support all sides. They could not help anymore. Without the Paragons, they could not retreat. Once they left, more than 10 rank 9 powerhouses would fight their way out of the passageway. That could mean the deaths of tens of millions, or even more people. How could they retreat? They could only fight to the death. Where did the Paragons go? In the past, Sino Nation would definitely leave at least one Paragon to guard the ground. Now no one was there. Old Man Lee had already guessed that something might have happened in the restricted area. They could not leave, since it was a disaster caused by the people of MCMEU. Then MCMEU would have to bear the responsibility. Because of MCMEU, Magic City catacombs were conquered. They would be sinners for all eternity. Kid, old Zhang had the intention to let you suffer a huge loss. I hope that after this, you can learn some lessons. Fine, maybe our deaths will give you more motivation to reach the Paragons sooner. Old Man Lee looked in the direction of Mount Imperial Sea, a faint smile on his face. No matter how many rank 9s there were, they could not compare to a single Paragon. That brat is too successful. This time, perhaps our blood can stimulate him to walk a little further, a little faster? Old Zhang probably has the same idea, right? Old Zhang is really evil, but the old man likes it. Huh? Old Man Lee laughed in his heart for a while. Suddenly, he shouted, "Go! Don't you have the decisiveness of a martial artist?" In the crowd, Chen Jinhua was silent for a moment. Suddenly, he shouted, "Retreat! Retreat!" The next day, we'll kill them again and turn the world upside down. If Magic City catacombs fall into MCMEU's hands, MCMU will never bear such infamy. Retreat! The shouts were sharp and ear-piercing, containing too much helplessness, too much unwillingness, and too much sorrow. We're too weak. The battle at Skygate was fought too smoothly. It was so smooth that we thought we could take charge of the catacombs. It was so smooth that we thought the catacombs was nothing more than this. One school taking charge of one catacombs. Today it became a huge joke, a joke made with blood. The blood of several rank 9 powerhouses. The blood of hundreds of instructors and students. After this battle, could MCMU really make a comeback? With infinite unwillingness and sorrow, the instructors and students began to retreat. On the city wall, Wu Quishan looked at Lu Fengru beside him and chuckled. "Let's go back." "No. How old are you?" "Still stubborn." "I'm not leaving," Lu Fengru said lightly. "I'm an MCMEU Grandmaster. I'm not useless. I'm invincible. I dare to fight a rank 9. Wu Quishan looked at her deeply. Suddenly, he smiled and hugged her, laughing loudly. "Then let's fight. Kill them until their blood flows like a river." Old Man Lee laughed loudly too. He said loudly, "You and I should have died. It's worth it to live for so long. This time, let these bastards remember MCMAU for the rest of their lives. No, let them not have the chance to remember MCMAU." "Huh?" Not far away, Wu Chuan sat on the city wall, smiling faintly. "The couple has a companion. Look at me. I'm so self-aware. I could just go to the side and lick my wounds. You're blind. Serves you right for being single." Old Man Lee laughed loudly. "I'm happy to. Old Wu will definitely die before I do. If he dies, I'll bring Fengru along with me. F*CK your grandfather." Wu Quishan kicked him, cursing for a while. Did this old thing have an ulterior motive? Everyone laughed out loud. After a while, Wu Quishan suddenly turned his head, looking at the dozens of people below the city wall, smiling faintly. "What are you still standing there for? Don't talk to me about living and dying together. You're not qualified." Old Man Lee sneered too. "Get lost. A bunch of brats. Don't F*King do this. You're not even qualified to participate in the battle. Get lost as far as you can. Are you sending food to the catacombs?" In front of the crowd, Chen Yunxi said loudly, "I'm the president of the Martial Arts Society. I govern MCMEU together with the university leaders. I can't leave." The old Su Guqing was still at the Mentality Vitality Unity realm. He said faintly, "This old man is much older than you. Who are you scolding?" Huang Jing sighed too. "The seniors are all on their way. Luo Yichuan and the rest have gone back. I won't leave. I miss the instructor too." Wu Quishan glanced at everyone one by one. Suddenly he laughed. "Then stay. But don't leave the city. Remember, if there's a chance, send us back. We don't want to be buried in this dirty place. I want to go back to MCMAU. I want to go home. Not far away." Wu Chuan smiled faintly. "Me too. Fight for it. Maybe there's a chance. You won't be of any use. Don't throw your lives away. If you can bring us back, that's the greatest value." The few of them were all smiles. The next moment, Old Man Lee laughed loudly. "They're here. Time to go. Let's go." As soon as he finished speaking, the three of them shot out like sharp swords. Today they had to kill. Chapter 774. Kill. A great battle broke out instantly. Outside Hope City, three powerhouses joined forces and went straight to the opposing powerhouse. The three of them attacked the monster Sunflower City Lord at the same time. As for the others' attacks, they did not care at all. They just wanted to kill one person. Damn it! The monster Sunflower City Lord was furious. These people had been staring at him for the past few days. He had had enough. Kill them. The monster Sunflower City Lord roared. The divine weapon in his hand appeared, and the huge sunflower behind him broke through the air. Both sides joined forces to attack Li Chongqing. The previous few times, everyone was afraid of death. No one was willing to fight to the death under the situation where they outnumbered him, resulting in casualties. However, it was also because of this that after a few times, not only did they fail to kill these people, but they were also defeated by the other party's desperate fighting style, and one person was killed. However, although one person was killed, they also severely injured these people, even forcing the Snake King to self-destruct his divine weapon. Without the rank 9 divine weapon in hand, the Snake King's combat strength had also declined. In addition to the few days of fighting, the Snake King and the others were already an arrow at the end of its flight. This time, they must kill them. Kill us? You? Old Man Lee's eyes were cold, and he roared, "Cooperate!" As soon as he finished speaking, Wu Quishan and Wu Chuan suddenly changed direction, suddenly attacking the Monster Phoenix City Lord together. In the void, Wu Chuan's rank 9 divine weapon appeared in front of the Monster Phoenix City Lord instantly. Boom! An earth-shattering roar resounded throughout the catacombs. No! The Monster Phoenix City Lord was in disbelief. Their target was him? Why? There were still many powerhouses from the Sky Plant bloodline here. He was from the Destiny bloodline. Why did they want to kill him? "I'm killing you, the shit stirrer." Old Man Lee roared coldly. The golden light on his body erupted for the last time. Monster Phoenix City was the most proactive among the Monster Life cities. In the previous few days of fighting, they had killed hundreds of MCMEU instructors and students. Who else would they kill if not him? An eye for an eye. Old Man Lee did not care about the two Monster Sunflower City rank 9's attacks at all. He suddenly changed direction, and his sword slashed through the air. On the long sword, the golden light was dazzling. Creak! Space shattered. At the side, Wu Quishan and Wu Chuan roared fiercely at the same time, and the final rays of golden light erupted from their bodies as they shot towards the demonic Phoenix City governor. "Save me!" The demonic Phoenix City master roared, but it was already too late. The others didn't want to save him at all. The only one who wanted to save him was the Phoenix Demon Beast. When it saw the three of them unleashing their final burst of light together, it hesitated for a moment. This hesitation was too late. Rumble! A second explosion rang out, and with a bang, the golden body exploded. In the void, a figure condensed and shrieked. Damn it! His voice came to an abrupt halt. A crack streaked across, directly shattering the last remnants of spiritual energy. At the same time, the other attacks arrived one after another. Bang! Old Man Lee's golden body exploded as well. Wu Chuan and Wu Quishan unleashed their power once more, pulling Old Man Lee out of the bombardment range together. However, the two of them were also targeted by a few people. The attacks came in the blink of an eye. Kacha! With a loud explosion, Wu Quishan's right arm was smashed into smithereens. His face was pale as he dragged Old Man Lee with his left arm and retreated backward. Wu Chuan hollered. He stood at the front alone and swung his fists and legs, bursting forth with all his might. However, he was still no match for them. He was continuously sent flying, golden blood flowing out of his mouth. "I killed one. I can't accept it." Wu Chuan roared. He could not accept it. Three powerhouses had only killed 2 rank 9s until now. They did not even manage to exchange 1 for 1. He really could not accept it. However, the other party had the advantage in numbers. Right now, they were facing 12 rank 9s. How could they continue fighting? They were already an arrow at the end of its flight, unable to unleash attacks like before. At the back, Old Man Lee's cheeks cracked. A huge bottle appeared in his hand, laughing loudly. I still have the strength to fight. I can still kill 1 more. As soon as he finished speaking, Old Man Lee gulped down the remaining energy liquid. The injuries on his body began to heal rapidly. After recovering for a while, Wu Chuan was sent flying backward. His sternum was completely shattered. Seeing this, Wu Quishan did not say a word. His hands formed into claws, charging straight at Monster Sunflower City's city lord. Chongqing, he's next. Ah, good. Li Chongqing agreed happily. Vitality erupted from his body rapidly, charging forward with his sword in hand. However, he secretly transmitted his voice. We can't fight too fast. Drag it out. At least drag it out until 1 person returns from the summit. We can't let Magic City's catacombs be breached. Once it was breached, Sino Nation would suffer countless casualties. The MCMU people who had just evacuated would also die or be severely injured. MCMAU could not be destroyed in their hands. The 3 of them seemed crazy, but in reality, they were extremely clear-headed. Kill 1 person first to intimidate everyone. Fight with your life on the line, and let these fellows be wary. The 3 of them attacked in all directions like crazy demons, disregarding their injuries. However, it was still difficult for them to fight against 12 rank 9s. At this moment, from afar, 3 figures broke through the air and came. Guo Shengquan and the other 2's golden bodies were currently dim. All of them were dressed in MCMAU instructor uniforms. Guo Shengquan, who was in front, laughed loudly. We can still fight. How dare you not tell us? You've gone too far. We've been good-for-nothings our whole lives. It's time to live like a human being. We only live once. How can we live like someone else? We have a share in MCMU too. The 3 powerhouses laughed heartily. We're resurrected martial artists, but we're not the ancients. We're not others. We're just ourselves. The moment we left Star Town, we've decided to live like ourselves. We won't live for others anymore. The 3 of them hurried over, laughing loudly. How can we say we have no clothes? We share the same robe with you. We're comrades. Whether you admit it or not, we're MCMEU instructors. Kill. The 3 powerhouses joined forces to attack the powerhouses. Behind them, Huang Jing, Lu Polu, and Lu Fengru had also rushed over. Lu Polu laughed loudly. This old man can't wait any longer. Let's attack together. Let's kill to our heart's content. Rumble. The battle erupted quickly. Lu Fengru, who was the weakest, was the first to be sent flying. Her chest was pierced, and she fell to the ground. However, her gaze was fixed on Wu Quishan, her face full of smiles. I'm weak, but I'm willing to die with you. Fengru, Wu Quishan laughed loudly. Without turning his head, he went straight to one of them, laughing. My wife, I can fight. Who do you think you are? As soon as he finished speaking, his mentality surged. A giant sword descended abruptly, exploding with a rumble. Not far away, both of Old Man Lee's arms exploded. The longsword no longer pierced through the air. It also exploded in an instant, turning into a sword gleam that went straight for the powerhouse, who was severely injured by Wu Quishan's mentality explosion. Taking advantage of the other's moment of shock, the sword gleam shattered the void, and also shattered the other's everything. Motherf asterisk her, I told you to wait. What's the rush? Old Man Lee cursed. Then, he burst into laughter. I killed another one. Killing feels good. Before he could finish his sentence, a Chongdao pierced through the air and slashed across his waist, cutting him in half directly. Junior, don't be reckless next time. The next moment, Huang Jing pierced through the air and arrived. He grabbed hold of his torso that had been cut in half, closing it forcefully and tossing it backward. The long sword in his hand turned blood red in the blink of an eye. Senior, I'll go first. Instructor, I'm coming. Huang Jing laughed loudly. Everything flowed into the long sword in an instant, and the sword pierced through the air. Old Huang, MCMAU shall live forever. Let this golden age last forever. Accompanied by the last burst of laughter, an explosive sound was heard. A blood-red sword with peak rank 7 strength severed a rank 9 powerhouse's arm in an instant. Senior, behind him, old man Li's tears streamed down his cheeks. Kill! 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 A series of explosive roars were heard. This battle, they had to kill. No! Far away. Fong Ping's mentality suddenly fluctuated. No! He was too late. Huang Jing had used the blood saber technique to self-destruct. It could not be like this. It's my fault, my fault. Fong Ping could not control his emotions. Beside him, Wang Jinyang held onto his arm tightly. He could not expose himself anymore. Fong Ping dried the tears in his eyes. At this moment, he seemed to have returned to the past, to the first day of school. That day, that old man stood on the rostrum and told all of them, entering MCMAU is not for you to enjoy life, nor is it for you to be superior to others. In MCMAU, you must first understand one thing. You will only reap what you sow. What is a martial artist? It's not bullying the weak. It's not bullying the market. It's not being a political broker. Martial artists are the protectors of this city, this country, and this world. We are great, but also insignificant. It can also be said to be tragic. You don't understand now, and you don't need to understand. One day, you will understand that entering MCMAU is not the beginning of the peak of your life, but the beginning of a tragedy. Martial artists are not tragic. Martial artists are not tragic. If you were, you wouldn't have made this choice. Fong Ping looked into the distance. He thought of the day when he killed the monster at the edge of the 100-beast forest. He thought of the old man's helplessness and relief when he surpassed him. He was dead. Fong Ping stared into the distance for a while. In the next moment, Fong Ping regained his composure and said slowly, Sir Zhu Qing, take this opportunity to kill the powerhouses of the Destiny bloodline. You can secretly contact the Monster Bamboo City Lord and the 2 Monster Cypress City Lords. Longevity, sword, Fong Ping said coldly. Save them. If they die, the Destiny bloodline will dominate the 7 southern regions. I will not allow it. Fong extermination's inner demons will be gone. It is not in the Lord's interest. Okay. The giant green bamboo was slightly hesitant. It had also sensed the change in the situation. The resurrected martial artist was about to be killed. If they delayed for a while, they might be able to destroy the powerhouses of MCMAU today. However, the Lord needed the powerhouses of MCMAU to live. Then let them live. At this moment, there were 11 catacombs rank 9s in the distance. Among them, 2 of the city lords and a monster plant could be contacted. Of the remaining 8, 4 were from the Destiny bloodline. Of the remaining 4, 2 were from Monster Sunflower City, and the remaining 2 were from the 2 Monster Plant cities. The giant green bamboo's mentality began to fluctuate slowly. In the crowd, one of the crowned powerhouses who sent Wu Quishan flying with a punch frowned slightly. At this moment, Wu Quishan was already powerless to resist. In a while, Snake King will definitely die. The Monster Bamboo City Lord looked conflicted. Let them go now? What was wrong with Zhu Qing? In this battle, the catacombs had already lost 3 rank 9 powerhouses. 2 from the Monster Life bloodline, 1 from the Monster Plant bloodline. At this juncture, should they give up? However, they wanted to kill the MCMAU people because the royal court had given them a reward. Now the royal court's messenger was here. If they did not listen to the messenger, would there still be a reward? For a moment, the Monster Bamboo City Lord took the initiative to stop. Not only him, in the crowd, another City Lord powerhouse who was also wearing a crown looked at him. The giant cypress beside him had already stopped attacking. What's wrong with you guys? At this moment, Wu Chuan and Li Changsheng had already met up with the heavily injured and dying Wu Quishan. The 3 of them were flickering with qi, showing signs of self-destruction. Seeing that the three powerhouses had suddenly stopped, the others all took a few steps back. Could it be that these fellows wanted them to bear the power of a few powerhouses' self-destruction? The monster Sunflower City Lord said angrily, "Damn it. If we work together, self-destruction won't be able to do anything to us. What are you guys doing?" 11 rank 9s, 3 of them stopped. Although the remaining 8 people might not have any casualties when facing the MCMAU people, they were not willing to watch the others watch the show from the sidelines. The Monster Bamboo City Lord glanced at him and said faintly, "Zhu Qing is here. He said that the royal court's messenger has arrived. There's an order from the royal court. Stop for now." Damn it, he didn't come earlier or later. He came now. The Monster Sunflower City Lord also sensed Mu He's aura. His face was gloomy. The Monster Bamboo City Lord said in a low voice, "What's the hurry? They will die sooner or later. Surround them. Don't let them escape." Many people snorted coldly. Without another word, they surrounded the MCMU people from all directions. Very soon, the giant green bamboo flight step arrived. Without waiting for the Monster Bamboo City Lord to speak, Fong Ping looked at the MCMU people who were surrounded. A sharp glint flashed in his eyes. They were all dying. Wu Quishan was already delirious. He was about to fall into a coma. At this stage of the battle, could he still recover? Li Chongsheng was also almost crippled. The lower half of his body had completely disappeared. Both his arms were gone too. The others were all in a dying state. In the distance, Lu Fengru, who had fallen to the ground, seemed to have no signs of life. At this moment, Fong Ping's heart was filled with hatred. I came too late. One step too late. MCMU was almost destroyed because of this. I shouldn't have wasted time. I shouldn't have haggled with Ji Yao. Maybe I shouldn't have left this time. It was because of me that the Royal Lord's faction sent an order to the 7 southern regions to kill the MCMAU people with all their might. It was all because of me. Fong Ping's heart was burning with rage, but a smile appeared on his face. He said slowly, "These are the MCMAU peoples?" Fong Ping chuckled. "Greetings, sirs. Muhi is from the Heavenly Plant's royal court," the Monster Sunflower City Lord said impatiently. "Muhi, if you have something to say, just say it. What orders does the royal court have? Why did you stop halfway?" He knew Muhi. He had seen him a few days ago. He was Li Yi's man. Fong Ping smiled. This matter, halfway through, Fong Ping paused. At this moment, Fong Ping suddenly stopped talking. Instead, he looked at the Monster Bamboo City Lord and said with a smile, "Sirs, are you willing to help? If not, let's not talk about this matter." What? The Monster Sunflower City Lord looked doubtful. What did he mean? In the crowd, the Monster Bamboo City Lord and the Monster Cypress City Lord looked at each other. Fong Ping thought for a while and suddenly transmitted his voice. "The Royal Lord has become a true king. There is absolutely no falsehood. Do not leak it out." Seeing Mu He and the others transmitting their voices, many people frowned. What did this guy say to the Monster Bamboo City Lord and the others? The Monster Bamboo City Lord's expression changed. True king? Mu He probably would not lie. If that was the case, the Royal Lord had risen again. The two of them looked at each other, then looked at the 2 monster plants. The Monster Bamboo City Lord said slowly, "Mu He, capture them and send them to the royal court. This matter is not easy. These MCMU people are very difficult to capture alive." Hearing him say so, the Monster Sunflower City Lord understood. Then he said angrily, "This matter is not easy. These few beasts don't think that they have no more energy left. Their self-detonation is hard to stop." Fong Ping glanced at the Monster Sunflower City Lord, then at the Monster Bamboo City Lord. He smiled and said, "It's okay. These people are already powerless to resist. If the resurrected martial artists do not surrender, we will kill our way out of the passageway and massacre the land of resurrection. The royal court has orders to capture alive. They still have great use. Sirs, the royal court and the true king hall have great rewards. There are more living people than dead people. Now that we have captured one person alive, the reward is..." The few of them were still listening attentively, waiting for Fong Ping to announce the new reward. However, at this moment, the two city lords and the two monster plants suddenly attacked. Rumble. 4 rank 9 powerhouses joined forces, one city against one person. In an instant, they attacked the two Destiny Bloodline powerhouses. The two of them were still waiting for Fong Ping to announce the new reward. They did not expect the people beside them to attack. Rumble. A loud explosion sounded. The two powerhouses who were attacked were only weak rank 9 powerhouses. Among the 4 powerhouses, 2 monster plants had the strength of Origin Dao. Under the joint attack, it was also an unexpected ambush. In the blink of an eye, the two of them were blown up. In the void, 2 mentalities condensed in an instant. Even in death, the two of them still found it hard to believe. Was the Destiny Bloodline helping the other party? This was 7 Southern Territory. This was the Green Wolf King's territory. They were the masters here. The Green Wolf King was at Mount Royal Sea. The Heavenly Plants Bloodline people actually attacked them. Impossible. Even if both sides were enemies, the 4 powerhouses did not have the guts to start a war. Not only them, the Monster Sunflower City Lord and the other Heavenly Plants Bloodline powerhouses were also stunned. Fong Ping was already flying backward at this moment. He roared, "The Royal Court has ordered a national war. Kill the Destiny Bloodline powerhouses. Those who disobey will be killed." Kill. The 4 powerhouses did not hesitate, attacking the remaining 2 monsters. At this moment, the Destiny Bloodline powerhouses who were still alive were only 2 monsters. The Phoenix from Monster Phoenix City and a monster that looked like a rhinoceros. The Monster Sunflower City Lord and the others were at a loss. National war? Were they going to start a war with the Destiny Royal Court? They did not move, but the Phoenix and the rhinoceros were terrified. The Phoenix soared into the sky, and the rhinoceros also roared. Its body expanded, and it leaped into the sky. The battle of the Royal Court had begun. It was so fast that they could not react. The 2 monsters wanted to run, but the 2 shadows in the void were destroyed instantly, letting out a sharp roar. They actually died here? With boundless doubts and unwillingness, the 2 of them had completely perished. The Monster Bamboo City Lord and the others had already joined forces to kill the 2 monsters. Fong Ping shouted angrily, "You guys want to disobey the true King Hall and the Royal Court's orders?" The Monster Sunflower City Lord's face was full of disbelief. Then, he shouted angrily, "Lord Bamboo King has not given the order, you guys. Lord Bamboo King has already gone to kill the Green Wolf King. Otherwise, do you think the Destiny Royal Court will be unguarded and let you kill them?" Fong Ping scolded, "Monster Sunflower City Lord, you want a rebel? Bastard." The Monster Sunflower City Lord shouted angrily. Rebel? Did he dare to? However, he was the Bamboo King's direct descendant. The Bamboo King and the Lord's faction were not considered allies, but they were not enemies either. Now that the Lord's faction had come to pass on the order, he did not know whether to accept it or not. Very soon, the Monster Sunflower City Lord suddenly said, "Where is the Royal Court and True King Hall's secret order?" Fong Ping looked at him coldly, his tone icy. "Secret order? This is top secret. How can we leave a trace so easily? If the Destiny Royal Court discovers it in advance, we are only commander-level strength. Do you think we will have the chance to reach 7 Southern Territory alive when we pass by the Destiny Royal Court's territory?" Monster Sunflower City Lord, it seems like you are going to disobey the order. Nonsense. The Monster Sunflower City Lord flew into a rage again. He said angrily, "You are but Her Highness Li Yi's servant. Without the Royal Court's secret order, what right do you have to order us?" Having said that, the Monster Sunflower City Lord looked at the 2 monsters that were already surrounded, his brows knitted tightly. Everything was fine, but they suddenly wanted to start a war with the Destiny Royal Court halfway. Weren't they going to join forces to kill the land of rebirth powerhouses? What was the Royal Court thinking? Fong Ping did not speak again. He glanced at the Monster Sunflower City Lord. At this moment, there were still 4 rank 9s who had not moved. 2 from Monster Sunflower City. 1 from the other 2 Monster Plant Royal City. They were all city lords. 4 rank 9s. Moreover, there were 6 rank 9s fighting at the side. Now was not the time to expose his identity. Seeing the situation, Fong Ping said lightly, "Since the sirs are unwilling to obey the order, then wait for a while. After the monster Bamboo City Lord and the few sirs kill these 2 monsters, Muhi will discuss this matter with the sirs." Having said that, Fong Ping ignored them. He looked at the MCMU people who were on high alert not far away and smiled faintly. "Sirs, do you want to live or die? If you want to die, that's easy. If you want to live, then surrender. Otherwise, we will attack the land of rebirth today and slaughter millions." Finally, when I came to 7 Southern Territory, the Lord said that if you hand over the true king's blood arrow method, it can protect millions of resurrected humans from death. Blood arrow method? Old Man Lee, whose eyes were already unfocused, moved his gaze. He gritted his teeth and said, "Wishful thinking. You don't know what's good for you." Fong Ping said coldly, "Right now, all of you are powerless to fight anymore. The passageway is open. The land of rebirth, Sino Nation, has no true king. Are you going to fight to the death, or wait for us to kill all of you and destroy Sino Nation?" Old Man Lee looked conflicted. He looked at the rest of the MCMEU people and shouted angrily, "You catacombs martial artists, go back on your words. Even if we are captured, you will kill your way out of the passageway. Don't think that we are fools." Fong Ping snorted coldly. Now that the Royal Court and Destiny Royal Court are at war, they have no intention of destroying the land of rebirth at this time. These words are absolutely true. Everyone, don't seek your own death. Beside him, the monster Sunflower City Lord was about to speak when Fong Ping said casually, "Sirs, bringing these people back to the Royal Court is also your credit. Each of you will get a level 9 divine weapon. There is only one true king's unique art. Wait for the Lord and the true King Hall to decide. Then we will decide who to reward. The rest will also be rewarded separately." True King's unique art. A few of them were moved. Capturing the MCMU people would actually be rewarded with the true King's unique art. Previously, it was said that killing them would be rewarded with the Divine Path unique art. Fong Ping did not care about them. He looked at Li Chongsheng and the rest again and said, "Muhi swears in the name of the Lord and the true King Hall that everything that I said is the truth. If there is any falsehood, godhood will be destroyed. Everyone, in the land of divine land, the name of the true king intimidates the heavens." It is absolutely true. As soon as these words came out, the monster Sunflower City Lord and the rest believed him. No one dared to swear in the name of the true King Hall's kings. The true king was God. If Muhi dared to speak blindly, even if it was to lure the MCMAU people, he would die without a doubt. Not only would he die, but everyone related to him would also die. Li Chongqing's face was full of grief. After a moment, he said slowly, it's fine if we die. Old Wu, we can't let them enter Earth." Wu Chuan said sternly. "Li Chongqing, human martial artists will never surrender, even if we die in battle." Wu Chuan, Old Man Li was grief-stricken. He roared, "I'm not trying to survive. Do you want them to invade Magic City? Invade Sino Nation? We are sinners, sinners for all eternity. Even if we become dogs, we must live to go to the king's court." Wu Chuan was silent instantly. Fong Ping laughed coldly, saying lightly, "I don't have much time for you. I'll count to 3, and you choose. Monster Sunflower City Lord, if they don't decide after 3 counts, kill them and invade the land of rebirth." This time, the few of them didn't have the slightest bit of hesitation as they glared fiercely at everyone. 1, 2, we surrender. Old Man Li's face aged instantly. Fong Ping laughed heartily, walking straight over. Seeing this, the monster Sunflower City Lord frowned and growled, "Commander Muhi, it's fine. Muhi is just a commander. Let them self-destruct and kill Muhi. Let's see if they dare to gamble with the tens of millions of people in the land of rebirth." Fong Ping laughed. "Sirs, if Muhi dies, you guys invade the land of rebirth directly." All right. Seeing that he was taking the risk They breathed a sigh of relief since it was not them. Longevity soared, and the rest still had the strength to fight. No, it was the strength of an explosion. It was even possible to bring a rank 9 to the grave with him. Since he was willing to risk his life, then let him be. They're all crippled. Fong Ping walked toward Li Changsheng, smiling faintly. That's good too. Guards, use the immortal god to imprison them. If they dare to make any strange moves, kill them immediately. Yes, sir. Wang Jinyang and the rest stepped forward one after another. Fong Ping also walked to Li Changsheng's side, feeling around for a while, frowning. Where's the divine weapon? He self-destructed. Damn it! Fong Ping cursed, then walked to Wu Chuan's side. Just as he was about to feel around, Wu Chuan shouted, "He self-destructed." Fong Ping kicked him, saying coldly, "Do you think it's up to you bunch of prisoners to teach this commander?" Wu Chuan was kicked to the ground. His gaze was cold, but his heart was shaken. He did not even realize it. This fellow was Fong Ping. That kick just now, a large amount of imperishable substance suddenly surged into his body. Fong Ping did not care about him anymore, walking to Wu Quishan's side again. Suddenly, his expression changed, cursing, "Damn it, he's dead." The current Wu Quishan was suddenly not breathing. Fong Ping cursed. A divine path powerhouse actually died so easily. Fong Ping punched and kicked, unable to restrain his anger. After kicking and punching for a while, not far away, Monster Sunflower City's city lord used his mentality to probe, frowning slightly. He self-destructed his divine weapon and self-destructed his immortal god. He's severely injured, but he died quite quickly. I wonder if his divine path has dissipated. A divine path powerhouse died so easily. They were also a little surprised. However, the other party did not have any signs of life. It could only be said that he was unlucky. His injuries were too severe, and he died directly. Fong Ping did not care about the others anymore, shouting, "Imprison these god generals." Having said that, Fong Ping looked at the battlefield not far away, frowning. These two monsters are actually at the Divine Path realm. No wonder they can hold on until now. I'm afraid it'll be difficult to kill them quickly. Lord Bamboo King may not be able to hold on for too long. If this goes on and the Green Wolf King intervenes, there might be an accident. Fong Ping looked at the monster Sunflower City's city lord and the others, asking in a low voice, "Everyone, are you really not willing to make a move?" The Green Wolf King did not appear for a long time. In fact, the monster Sunflower City's city lord and the others already believed Fong Ping's words. Otherwise, after fighting until now and killing people from the Destiny bloodline, the Green Wolf King would have long been furious. Now it seemed that it was indeed being held back by someone. The few of them looked at each other, a little hesitant. Should they make a move or not? P.S. I wanted to make up for the last basic update tonight. My eyes are very blurry. I'll try to make it up before the new year. M. Chapter 775. The royal court is no longer able to govern the Outland. The same goes for the true King Hall. Fong Ping saw their hesitation and said lightly, "If we start a full-scale war with the Land of Rebirth, it will take at most 3 to 5 years, at least 1 to 2 years. By then, the Imperial Sea Mountain blockade will no longer exist. Maybe it will be different." Now, these Outland powerhouses did not listen to orders. That was based on the fact that the humans had sealed the Imperial Sea Mountain. Once the full-scale war came, the Imperial Sea Mountain blockade would no longer exist. Although these Outland Rank 9s were numerous, they were no match for the royal court. One Skyplan army was enough to wipe out a region. Coming one region at a time, the Skyplan army combined with some troops at the border was enough to wipe out the entire Outland. Monster Sunflower City Lord's expression changed for a while. He said in a low voice, "Commander Mu worries too much. Although we are Outland City Lords, we are also the Royal Court's divine generals. How can we ignore the Royal Court? However, Commander Mu does not have the Royal Court's secret order. That's why we are hesitating." As soon as he said that, another City Lord powerhouse said, "That's right. However, things have come to this. Since Commander Mu swore in the name of the true king, we will obey your order. They had already made up their minds. Since they had already started, then they should start. Wipe out the Destiny Bloodline. The Destiny Bloodline had 7 cities and 14 rank 9 powerhouses. However, Old Manly and the rest had killed 3 rank 9s. Monster Bamboo City Lord and the rest had killed 2. In total, they had killed 5 rank 9s. 4 of them were from the Destiny Bloodline. After killing these 2 monsters, the Destiny Bloodline would only have 8 rank 9 powerhouses left in the 7 southern regions. The Sky Plant's bloodline would still have 9. This way, even if both sides were to fight, the Sky Plant's bloodline would still have the advantage. Now that they had offended the royal court and the Lord, although it was nothing now. Once the full-scale war started and the Imperial Sea Mountain was no longer sealed, they would be in big trouble. The Monster Sunflower City Lord said no more. They were just about to join the battle when Fong Ping said suddenly, "Monster Sunflower Guardian, stay here to prevent MCMU people from causing trouble." Monster plants were quite powerful. Monster Plant 5 cities. Now there were 3 monster plants here. Monster Bamboo and Monster Cypress had gone to join the battle. Fong Ping planned to leave this big sunflower behind. The mayor of Monster Sunflower City glanced at Li Chongqing and the others. He nodded slightly and said, "Then the Guardian will stay behind to watch over these people. We will quickly kill the 2 monster kings." As he spoke, the Monster Sunflower City Lord glanced into the depths and frowned. The powerhouses of the other cities might have already sensed the change. Once these people come, there were 14 experts from the Heaven's Mandate bloodline. Even though 4 of them were dead and 2 monsters were surrounded, there were still 8 rank 9 experts who had not arrived yet. Fong Ping smiled and said, "It's fine. They won't dare to act rashly. Let's kill these 2 demonic beasts first. After the Bamboo King defeats the Green Wolf King, we'll wait for the Bamboo King's arrangements." That's good too. Hearing that they had to wait for the Bamboo King to come back and make arrangements, the few of them no longer had any objections. The Bamboo King was their direct superior and a real king. His words were more reliable than Mu He's. The 3 city masters quickly joined the battle. 5 city lords, 2 monster plants, and 7 rank 9s besieged 2 monsters. Among the 7 rank 9s, 3 of them were from Origin Dao. The 2 monster plants were Essence Dao experts, and the Monster Sunflower City Lord was also an Essence Dao expert. It was not difficult for them to surround and kill the 2 Essence Dao monsters. They just needed some time. In this place, the monsters were very powerful. Fong Ping was not surprised. Many of the monsters' rank 9 powerhouses would choose to come to the Outland. Instead, most of the Catacombs' human powerhouses stayed in the restricted area. There's not much time left. Fong Ping calculated in his heart. Zhang Tao and Warlord were definitely stronger than the 2 Catacombs' true kings. However, as time went on, the other Catacombs' true kings would definitely come to help. When that time came, everything would be exposed. Not to mention, there were still many Magic City Catacombs rank 9s who had not come to join the battle. The longer it dragged on, the more disadvantageous it would be for MCMAU. Fong Ping did not look at the battle over there anymore. He looked at the towering Monster Sunflower and said, "Monster Sunflower Protection, please open a sunflower leaf and wrap these people in it to prevent them from escaping." The big sunflower did not respond, but a huge leaf extended from its branches. Fong Ping did not waste any time. He looked at Wang Jinyang and the rest and shouted, "Go, escort them into the Monster Sunflower Protection sunflower leaf. Keep an eye on them." Very quickly, a few people escorted Li Chongqing and Wu Chuan onto the leaf. As for Wu Quishan, there was no need for him to die. Fong Ping did not care about them. He walked up to Guo Shengquan and the other 2. At this moment, the 3 of them looked sad. When they saw Fong Ping, although they had no more strength to fight, their faces were full of mockery and disdain. "Catacombs bastards, you will all die sooner or later." "Noisy!" Fong Ping snorted coldly. He lifted his leg and kicked them, sending them flying and landing beside Wu Quishan. Fong Ping went to check on Lu Polu. Lu Polu was already on the verge of death. He did not even have the strength to speak. His golden body had completely collapsed. There was no longer golden blood flowing out of his body. Instead, it was blood-red blood that did not stop bleeding. His golden body had completely exhausted all its potential. Fong Ping took a deep breath. He lifted him up and threw him beside Wu Quishan. He continued walking forward. In front of him, there was only Lu Fengru. Lu Fengru's chest was pierced through. There was no sign of life in her body. Fong Ping went forward to check. He was speechless for a while. He quietly lifted her up and threw her beside Wu Quishan and the rest again. At this moment, from the direction of Hope City in the distance, dozens of people jumped down from the city wall, rushing toward this side. Fong Ping took a look. His expression did not change. He said in a cold tone, "Mere middle-level martial artists want to die too? Idiots." He did not care about those people. After dealing with these, he returned to Yao Kuei's side again. He took a look at the monster Bamboo City Lord and the rest. Seeing that these people were afraid of the two monsters and had been fighting outside, Fong Ping's eyes revealed a hint of coldness. These guys were really greedy for life and afraid of death. 7 rank 9s besieging 2 monsters. Initially, he thought that it could be settled quickly. Now it seemed that it might not be so. This is good too. It's also because of this that Old Man Li and the rest can hold on until now. If all the powerhouses in the catacombs in the outer realm were not afraid of death, that would be a disaster for mankind. More than 10 rank 9s besieging Old Man Li and the rest. If a few rank 9s really joined the battle with the determination to die, Old Man Li and the rest would have been killed long ago. I can't delay any longer. Although Fong Ping felt a little regretful, he also understood that the priority was to save people. Killing people could be done sooner or later. He had to save these people first. Taking a deep breath, Fong Ping looked at Yao Kuei and said slowly, "Guardian Yao Kuei, I came here from the palace this time. Before I came, I met Guardian Tianyu once." As soon as these words came out, Big Sunflower's mentality fluctuated. "Tianyu, Lord, what instructions does he have?" Tianyu was the true king of the Guardian clans. He was also one of the few true kings of the Monster Plant clan. These Guardian Monster Plants in the Outer Realm were also under Tianyu's control. Lord Tianyu said, Big Sunflower concentrated, waiting for the next part. Fong Ping seemed to be hesitating. In fact, he was waiting for some movement. At least he had to let those people fight for a while more, consume more energy. When old Zhang could not hold on anymore, there should be a signal. Fong Ping was waiting. Big Sunflower saw that he stopped halfway and was a little dissatisfied. Fong Ping coughed softly, smiled and said, "The situation is a little complicated. Recently, there has been some turmoil in the palace. Skyplant City's defense system has some problems. Lord Tianyu is considering if he should recruit some Monster Plant Divine Generals to return to the palace and guard Skyplant City." Fong Ping made up a few sentences. Big Sunflower listened carefully. Did Lord Tianyu want to recruit monster plants from the Outer Realm to Skyplant City? Although Skyplant City's cultivation environment was good, it might not be comparable to the Outer Realm. It would not be of much help to the path of a true king. Big Sunflower was also thinking at this moment. Should it answer the call? Just as it was thinking, Big Sunflower suddenly turned its flower disc and looked at Hope City. There seemed to be powerhouses coming in. Just as it turned its flower disc, Fong Ping's mentality suddenly fluctuated. Do it! Not only his side, but there was also a sudden explosion in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain. The true king was back. The monster Sunflower City Lord and the others were also attracted by the movement in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain. Big Sunflower looked in the direction of Hope City while its mentality spread out and began to look in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain with a few distractions. On the branches and leaves of Big Sunflower, 2 powerful forces suddenly rose. Break through the air. Slash! Wu Chuan and Old Man Li exploded instantly. Both of them exploded with their strongest attacks. They were already on Big Sunflower's branches and leaves. One of them slashed directly at Big Sunflower's heart core, while the other directly broke through the air and attacked its brain core. At this moment, no one cared that after they killed it, they would be unable to forge a divine weapon. When killing demons, the heart core and brain core were also the easiest to kill. Rumble, crack. Two crisp sounds were heard. Wu Chuan directly smashed a section of the tree trunk with one palm, smashing the blood-red heart core in the branch. Old Man Li's sky-breaking sword also smashed Big Sunflower's brain core in an instant. Big Sunflower, the plant monster of origins, almost did not have time to react and was killed in an instant. Go! Fong Ping roared. Without another word, the two rank 9s picked up the people on the ground and ran in the direction of Hope City. Fong Ping also put the Big Sunflower that had been broken into 3 pieces into the storage space in an instant and ran in the direction of Hope City. In the direction of Hope City, Zhang Weiyu's aura exploded and began to come to support. The monster Sunflower City Lord and the others were still entangled by the two monsters. For a moment, they were attracted by the movement in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain. At this time, they suddenly did not know what to do. Muhi, the monster Sunflower City Lord, looked incredulous. How could this be? At this time, from the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain, a mentality swept over. Warlord laughed and said, Kid Zhang has already returned to the ground. Retreat quickly. Zhang Tao had already returned. Zhang Weiyu's entry now was probably arranged by Zhang Tao to support him. Fong Ping did not need him to say anything. At this moment, he was already shouting quickly, Retreat! Retreat to Magic City! Quick! As he spoke, Fong Ping returned to his original state. Not far away, Chen Yunxi and the others saw Fong Ping. They were all extremely shocked. They could not care less and retreated toward Hope City one after another. After a moment, Zhang Weiyu rushed over. With a solemn expression, he said, I'm sorry. He was originally prepared to enter, but Zhang Tao went back a step earlier and told him to wait. The other party still had more than 10 rank 9s. If Zhang Weiyu entered in advance, he might follow in the footsteps of Old Man Li and the others and be surrounded and killed. It would be safer for Zhang Weiyu to enter only when Fong Ping had a way to make the other party chaotic. If Fong Ping could not make the other party chaotic, Zhang Tao would rather Zhang Weiyu not enter the catacombs. Otherwise, if Zhang Weiyu entered at that time, it would also be a dead end. They could not afford to lose a few MCMAU members and then Zhang Weiyu. Fong Ping said nothing. At this moment, Old Man Li was dragging a lot of people. He shouted, Stop talking nonsense. Retreat first. Has Minister Zhang gone back? He's gone back. Then retreat. All right. Zhang Weiyu said no more. At the back, the powerhouses had already stopped fighting, no longer besieging the two beasts. Each of them looked dazed. What should they do now? Monster Sunflower City's city lord's eyes were dark. He gritted his teeth and said, We've been tricked. Monster Sunflower Guardian was killed. Moreover, they had killed 2 Destiny Lineage City lords themselves. This matter was probably going to be troublesome. The two beasts could not care less. As soon as these people stopped fighting, the 2 heavily injured beasts fled quickly. Seeing this scene, Wu Chuan suddenly said, Should we kill them instead? At this moment, he and Old Man Li had recovered most of their combat strength. Zhang Weiyu was here too. If the 3 of them joined forces and fought against 7 Heavenly Plants lineage powerhouses, they might not lose. Fong Ping said angrily, Go back first. If there's a chance, kill them. At this time, he did not want these people to continue fighting. Killing some foreign rank 9s would not play a key role. Instead, they would have to be careful of dying. The most important thing now was to save people. Wu Quishan's aura disappeared. It was not Fong Ping's trick. His mentality was about to collapse completely, his aura dissipating. However, he was not dead yet. Fong Ping punched and kicked him, channeling a lot of imperishable substances to save his life. However, if this dragged on, Wu Quishan might really die. Hearing that, Wu Chuan said no more. Everyone quickly evacuated to Hope City. Behind them, The powerhouses did not chase after them. At this time, the void trembled. An angry roar came. "You bunch of trash. Damn it. You actually failed to destroy MCMEU." As soon as the words were out of his mouth, the two fleeing beasts roared violently. In the next moment, Green Wolf King, who was still unaware of the situation, roared, "How dare you, Lord Green Wolf King!" Monster Sunflower City's City Lord could not care less about Monster Sunflower's death. He could not care less about the MCMAU people who were fleeing. He braced himself and explained. The other party pretended to be the royal court's messenger. Bastard. Green Wolf King did not listen to the explanation. At this time, another mentality came, saying lightly, "We already know about this matter." Fong Ping pretended to be someone from Divine Land and caused a great disaster. You are ignorant and have committed a grave mistake. This matter will be discussed later. Now, seal the Resurrection Passageway and destroy Hope City. This was Bamboo King's voice. Things had come to this, and there was no turning back. The urgent matter now was to destroy Hope City, seal the passageway, and not give the resurrected martial artists a chance to enter. As for killing their way out of the passageway, King Wu had already returned. Killing their way out now would be suicide. There was no need for that. Once King Wu was pinned down, these people could kill their way out from the passageway. Monster Sunflower City's City Lord and the others did not dare to say more. One after another, they charged toward Hope City. Although Green Wolf King was annoyed, he knew that this was not the time to pursue the matter. He shouted again, "All the other god generals, gather and station at the Resurrection Passageway." Although Destiny Lineage had suffered a great loss, they still had 2 fleeing beasts and 10 rank 9s. 2 monster plants from Tianji Lineage had died. Other than the 5 city lords and 2 monster plants, there was still 1 monster plant left to guard the city. There were still 18 rank 9s among the powerhouses in the city. They were stationed outside the passageway, and as long as there was an opportunity, they could charge out of the passageway and create chaos. The experts of the 7 southern regions didn't dare to refute. The 2 true monarchs were furious and reached an agreement. Even the 2 demonic beasts that had fled began to fly back. 18 rank 9s had to station themselves outside the passageway, waiting for an opportunity. As for hating the heavenly plant bloodline, that was another topic. In the passageway, Zhang Weiyu brought up the rear. Fong Ping did not say a word. An imperishable mass appeared in his hand, and he stuffed it into Wu Quishan's body. Then he took out a box of life essence and poured it into Lu Fenger's mouth. Then he divided a mass of indestructible matter into many balls and gave them to Guosheng Quan and the others. After checking the situation, Fong Ping said in a low voice, "Teacher's mentality has been shattered. His situation is similar to Old Man Li's. He should be able to be saved with a large amount of life essence. The principal's quintessence Dao has been severely damaged. Origin Dao. If one's Dao source was damaged, it would be fine if they were lightly injured. But if they were heavily injured, they would end up in the same state as King Lord. This was a problem that even absolute apex experts would find hard to resolve. Fong Ping did not speak, and neither did the others. The atmosphere seemed to be slightly depressing. Very soon, everyone exited the passageway. Outside the passageway, Zhang Tao had already arrived. He took a look at everyone's situation, not saying a word. Behind Zhang Tao, Tang Feng and the others were all there. When they saw Fong Ping and the others, although they were surprised, they did not ask anything. Very soon, Tang Feng suddenly said, Dean Huang." A hint of sadness flashed across Old Man Li's eyes. Very quickly, he smiled and said, "Old Huang left first to see the teacher. It's okay. It's okay now. We've earned big this time. From start to finish, we've killed a total of 6 rank 9s. 6 rank 9s, we've earned big. Old Huang died trying to save me. The ones I killed were killed by him. I've killed quite a few rank 9s. It's all on him. He's earned big. Old Huang is so happy." The entire underground hall was extremely quiet. Some of the students started sobbing softly. Seeing this, Fong Ping said in a low voice, "Instructors and students below high ranks, go back to school. What are you standing here for? Go back. The principal and the others. We have our own arrangements. If you really want to share the burden, then improve your ability. Fong Ping shouted, you're not even high ranks. You're worse than cannon fodder. Go back to school first. Everyone looked ashamed. The martial artists below high ranks stopped talking and turned to leave. After they left, the hall became empty. Fong Ping took a look at the passageway behind him and said, Minister, will they come out? I wouldn't dare. In that case, if the apex is on the ground, we'll be safe if we retreat. That's right. Fong Ping was silent for a moment. He said slowly, this time, the apex have all gone to Mount Imperial Sea. None of them were left. What are you trying to say? Zhang Tao said calmly. Are you trying to say that we did it on purpose? Or are you trying to say that we should leave one person on the ground to give MCMAU a chance to retreat? Fong Ping, we're humans too. We're not gods. We can't predict everything. Also, we're protecting the entire human race, the entire Sino nation, not just one family or one place. You, Fong Ping, and the rest are very important to us. That's why we need to protect you first and rescue you. Is it to save you or MCMAU? As for the reinforcements you mentioned, all the rank 9s have gone to join the war. The capital city catacombs are also at war. Everyone is fighting. If there are no reinforcements in the capital city catacombs, it might be the capital city catacombs that will be breached. Fong Ping, tell me, should we protect the capital city catacombs first or the magic city catacombs first? We've already gained the upper hand in the capital city catacombs. This time, we've killed many rank 9s, but the war is still going on. Everyone can't get away. Zhang Weiyu is the target of all the powerhouses in the catacombs. If he enters early, he might become the main target. He's not far from the apex. Is Zhang Weiyu's safety more important, or the safety of the MCMU martial artists? Zhang Tao said calmly, we can choose. That's why I chose Capital City, you guys, and Zhang Weiyu. MCMAU can only save itself. After saying that, Zhang Tao continued, using Huang Jing's death in exchange for such a great victory. It's worth it. Reality has proven that our choice was right. In this world, there's no one who can't die. You, Fong Ping, are the same. Today, if it weren't for the fact that you're still useful and worthy of our rescue, we wouldn't have destroyed the entire plan for the sake of the few of you. We wouldn't have risked our lives to save you guys. Fong Ping, it doesn't matter if you're unwilling or resentful. This is the reality. Fong Ping was silent for a while. He said slowly, I don't blame the minister. I don't have the right to. I only blame my own incompetence. If I had the ability, I wouldn't have ended up like this. Enough! Old Manly shouted, how can there be no deaths in war? Fong Ping, you're not a savior. Zhang Tao isn't one either. Before you came to MCMAU people died every year. This is unavoidable. The war has been going on for so many years. Every year, people die. Every day, people die. Others can die, but so can Huang Jing. The only thing we can do is to take revenge. We can only destroy the catacombs completely. Only then will the tragedy never happen again. Huang Jing has lived to this age. It's not a loss. Do you think you're a god? Can you make MCMU not have any more deaths? What you need to do now is to take care of the living, not the dead. Saving Old Wu and Lu Fengru is what you should be doing. Who are you trying to show your gloomy face to? If Zhang Tao had the ability to keep people alive, the catacombs would have been conquered long ago. Do you think it's your turn to talk nonsense? Old man Li berated him. He looked around and said in a low voice, losing the battle in Magic City is MCMAU's responsibility. It's our own responsibility. We can't blame anyone else. Don't let your imagination run wild. Also, Fong Ping, don't blame yourself. Do you think that without you, a war like this wouldn't have happened? Old Huang is dead. Think of a way to take revenge. Acting like a little girl is not what a martial artist should do. Not what a powerhouse should do. This is war. People die in war. Old Manly said in a low voice. All right, the rest of you go back. You guys help with the funeral of Old Huang and the others. We'll stay here for a few more days. As for Old Wu and Lu Fengru, we'll think of something." Everyone was silent for a moment before leaving. The concourse fell silent again. Fong Ping found an empty space and sat down. After a long time, he said, "Save people first. Don't mention anything else. Since you're not strong enough, then become stronger. If people are dead, then take revenge. If Magic City's catacombs are lost, then fight back. I'm not as weak as everyone thinks. I don't want to blame anyone for other people's deaths, including myself. I'm just angry at this world. War, in the end, it's full of scars, no matter who wins or loses." Chapter 776. In the underground hall. After Fong Ping said that, he fell silent. Everyone else fell silent too. After an unknown amount of time, Fong Ping suddenly burst out laughing. Everyone looked at each other. Had this guy really suffered a huge blow? Fong Ping, Li Chongqing looked worried, a little worried. Fong Ping looked up at him and smiled. "I'm fine, instructor. I'm really fine. Actually, I've thought it through. People die in war. I just thought of something interesting," Fong Ping said slowly. "I was thinking that catacombs martial artists can be resurrected. Ancient martial artists can be resurrected. There's no reason why neo-martial era martial artists can't." Fong Ping continued smiling. "I was thinking that after a few years, Old Huang and the others will be resurrected and suddenly become children. It's fine if they don't have memories. If they do, won't it be interesting? I was thinking that if people like the old vice-chancellor and the others are resurrected and become women, won't it be even more interesting? If their memories are recovered then, that will be even more interesting. I was thinking that if Old Huang becomes a man and falls for the old vice-chancellor's resurrected woman, won't that be even more interesting? Interesting. I'm looking forward to it." Everyone looked at each other. Was this guy crazy? Fong Ping was not crazy. Instead, he said very seriously, "It's true. If they can be resurrected, there's no reason why we can't. I'm only thinking about one thing now. If we need to recover our memories, what are the conditions? When catacombs humans die, everyone can be resurrected, the kind that can be directly resurrected. That means that humans can do it too. What's the key point? It's the seed of resurrection." At this moment, Fong Ping's eyes were exceptionally bright. The seed of resurrection. If we find the seed of resurrection, will we be able to do it? According to the director, why can catacombs martial artists do it? That's because after they die, their origin will return. When humans die, a part of their origin seems to be intercepted. Intercepted by what? The seed of resurrection. Maybe if we break the seed of resurrection and release the origin, then humans can actually be resurrected directly at a great cost. If that's the case, today's death is nothing. The premise is that we can win when the catacombs in the war find the seed of resurrection in the war and let them resurrect in the era of peace. Fong Ping continued. Moreover, a direct resurrection requires a huge price. An endless amount of life essence and imperishable substances, and this requires the resources of the catacombs. Therefore, the war must be won. Conquer the catacombs, seize everything, revive the powerhouses who died in battle today, maybe even the weak ones. Hearing this, Zhang Tao's eyes flickered, and he slowly said, "It's not impossible. Am I right?" Fong Ping chuckled. "So, in the end, we still have to win. How did the powerhouses in the catacombs incite those people to go through fire and water? It was to tell them that they could be resurrected if they conquered Earth. We've conquered the catacombs, so why can't we?" Fong Ping smiled again. "All right, I've thought it through. Then let Old Huang and the others sleep for a while. When they wake up, the world will be at peace." "That's a good thing." Fong Ping breathed a sigh of relief. He stood up and smiled. "Let's take a look at the Vice-Chancellor and the others first. Don't let them fall asleep too." Also, at this point, Fong Ping paused. His tone returned to normal, and he said, "Minister, you chose to rescue Capital City, chose to save me. I should actually thank you. For me, the few of you paragons risked your lives. There's no reason for me not to be grateful. If I blame you instead, then I, Fong Ping, would be an ingrate. But Fong Ping paused. Old Manly looked at him, frowning slightly. Fong Ping said calmly, "You guys saved me. This is a favor. I'll remember it. But I didn't save MCMAU. I saved Capital City. From your point of view, it's the same no matter who you save. But from my point of view, it's different. I'd rather Capital City be defeated than Magic City be defeated. Not to mention the few of you. I don't actually owe the rank 9s who went to Capital City to participate in the Catacombs battle this time. On the contrary, they owe me. A lot of people actually owe me, but they didn't have any doubts and gave up MCMAU. From now on, I'll only take care of my little family, not everyone. In the past, I said that I was awesome, but in reality, I was biased towards MCMAU. But the resources that I obtained, I actually distributed them according to their needs, not because of my close relationship. My life essence, divine weapons, imperishable substances, did I give them all to MCMAU? Can't MCMAU's middle and low-ranked martial artists use them? Is it really impossible to increase MCMAU's combat power? I didn't choose to do so, but gave half of the divine weapons to those powerhouses because I know that they need them more and can use them more. But now, they chose to give up MCMAU. Then I, Fong Ping, will never do something like this in the future. I will make MCMAU stronger, not them, because their strength did not bring me any help. I'm very selfish, I won't deny this, but I still choose to continue being selfish. Even more selfish. Zhang Tao frowned slightly. Old Manly wanted to say something, but stopped. Fong Ping laughed again. What I said should not be wrong. For example, at the auction last time, I sold those divine weapons at half price and gave them away. For example, the Battle of Tianan, the Battle of Forbidden City. Yes, those grandmasters said that we are also fighting a bloody battle for humanity. I admire them, but I still can't accept that there are no grandmasters to help MCMAU in this battle. You and Commander Lee are looking at the big picture, but where the grandmasters choose to go, it's not like there is no room for negotiation. If many grandmasters, including high grandmasters, decided to join MCMAU in the battle, then this would not have happened. I don't blame them, but don't expect me to be like before, to consider their interests instead of MCMAU's. Fong Ping said lightly, "If I have divine weapons, I will give them to MCMAU's middle-ranked martial artists first. The same goes for imperishable substances and life essence, because they are willing to fight for MCMAU. If I had done this earlier, MCMAU might have more grandmasters." Zhang Tao did not care. He smiled faintly and said, "It's just a personal choice. However, war does not depend on one person. Fong Ping, when you reach my level, you will know that sometimes this kind of choice is actually very difficult to make. Of course, when that time comes, maybe you will think differently. That is also the future, not the present." Fong Ping said firmly, "Initially, when I came back this time, I wanted to have a family reunion. I wanted everyone to be happy. Fong Ping, may not be very strong, may not be very outstanding, but I have always believed that the strength of others will bring me more feedback. I thought, if humanity has one more paragon, I will be a little safer. I thought, if there is one more rank 9, humanity's hope of victory will be higher. But now I think it is better to rely on myself than others. Even if I have to help others, I will help those who are closer to me. Minister, your choice may not seem wrong to you, but is it really right? You gave up on MCMAU. Maybe that means you have given up the hope of having one more paragon like now. Initially, I was thinking the Vice-Chancellor has his own path of origin, Instructor Lee has his own path of origin. MCMAU does not have other rank 9. Some of the things that I have obtained should be better given to others. For example, Guardian Zhang, who is about to reach the paragon, Grandmaster Kong, who has hope of reaching the paragon." As Fong Ping spoke, a pair of gloves appeared in his hands. He said slowly, "Now I think maybe I can rely on this to restore the Vice-Chancellor's path of origin. I don't know if it will work, but I would rather waste it on the Vice-Chancellor than give it away for someone else to become stronger." Zhang Tao took a look at the gloves. After a long time, he sighed. "The true king's origin inheritance. I didn't expect, I didn't expect mysterious Jade True King to have left behind a true king's inheritance long ago. This is beyond my expectations. Fong Ping gritted his teeth. I didn't expect it either. If the vice-chancellor was not injured, he would not have followed someone else's path. But now, I can only let him try. As he said that, Fong Ping looked at Zhang Tao and asked, Minister, can this save the vice-chancellor? Zhang Tao pondered and said, maybe it can. This is a true king's entire path of origin inheritance. If mysterious Jade True King is not dead, then this is actually a lost art. But he is dead, then this is his path. But at this moment, Zhang Tao felt a headache coming on. He said slowly, but maybe it will be wasted. Wu Quishan's path of origin has been damaged, but it's hard to tell how much damage it has suffered. If the two paths collide, it may lead to Wu Quishan's death, and mysterious Jade True King's path of origin will also collapse. Fong Ping was unconcerned. I'm willing to try. Aren't you afraid that I won't agree? Zhang Tao glanced at the gloves in his hands and said slowly, if I don't agree and take the gloves away now, what will you do? I won't be able to do anything. This may be related to the birth of a paragon. From my point of view, instead of wasting it on Wu Quishan, why not give it to a martial artist who has the potential to become a paragon, or just give it to a weak rank 9? Maybe it'll be better. Let the other person walk the path of mysterious Jade True King. Zhang Tao sighed. What do you think I should do? Fong Ping said, you can take it. If you take it, we won't owe each other anything in the future. I won't owe you anything anymore, Minister. Or, if you have your eyes on Fong Ping, you can take it. If I can use these external objects to free Fong Ping from his emotions, I will only feel at ease. I admire you, even worship you, and am grateful to you. I've always thought that a paragon like you is the true backbone of humanity. I think of you very, very highly, so highly that I feel that disrespecting you is equivalent to betraying humanity. All of this stems from the fact that I think you're a human, a living human with feelings and regrets, not a supreme paragon powerhouse. If you only have the big picture in your eyes, if you think that you can sacrifice everyone and everything for the big picture, then you're no longer the hero that I, Fong Ping, worship the most. Maybe you are in the eyes of others, but not in my eyes. Zhang Tao chuckled. If that's the case, if I take this pair of gloves today, you and I might turn against each other? I won't. Fong Ping said calmly. I won't turn against you because of this, because you're doing this for the big picture. In the future, you'll be the backbone and leader of humanity, but you'll no longer be my elder. It's that simple. On one hand, there might be another paragon. On the other hand, I'll become your elder, Fong Ping. Zhang Tao chuckled. Tell me, what should I choose? I don't know. Fong Ping shook his head and said, but don't worry, Minister. I won't be resentful and betray humanity just because of this. You can't represent all of humanity. If I have the ability, I'll continue to fight until the war is won. You're tricking me, Zhang Tao laughed. He looked at Li Chongsheng and the rest, saying slowly, what do you think I should do? Old man Li said impatiently, how would I know? Judge for yourself. You can either bet that Fong Ping will be more useful than a paragon in the future, or bet that it's better to have one more paragon now. Maybe Fong Ping won't even have the chance to grow to become a paragon. It's hard for him to even step into the origin path. In my opinion, you should just take the gloves away and find someone who has the potential to become a paragon to groom. You're provoking me too? Zhang Tao laughed again. You're dissatisfied too. You also think that maybe this time we should let others rescue MCME, right? No. Old man Li shook his head. If I'm the one dying, then I won't think so much. Actually, I think I should have died a long time ago. But it's not me who's dying. It's old Huang. Now old Wu might die too. Then I'll be very dissatisfied. Because you want to take the gloves away and give up on old Wu. Of course, I'll be even more dissatisfied. If you're dissatisfied, will you continue to fight for humanity? Of course. Old man Li frowned. We're not fighting in the catacombs for you guys. You're leaders, not masters. You're fighting in the catacombs for the sake of humanity's survival. It's the same for us. Then, fighting in the catacombs and continuing to fight is not because of your orders. If it was only because of your orders, then today there wouldn't be so many martial artists willing to go through fire and water and fight until the last moment. Leaders, actually, you shouldn't have personal feelings. Zhang Tao sighed. He looked at Fong Ping and said softly, if you want to be a leader, you can't mix too many personal feelings. When it's necessary, you must sacrifice even your family. Fong Ping, do you understand what I mean? Fong Ping was silent for a moment. He shook his head. I understand, but I don't want to be a leader like that. No, maybe I'm only suitable to be the leader of a small group, and not a selfless leader. Minister, maybe you've misunderstood. I said that I'm the leader of the younger generation, the future leader. Maybe you took it seriously, but that doesn't mean that I really think so. You might think that I want to be like you, but you're wrong. I don't want to be like that. If one day I have to choose between the big picture and my family, I think the possibility of me choosing my family is higher. No, it's very, very high, more than 90%. Fong Ping raised his head and looked at Zhang Tao. He said seriously, if you want to groom me to be your successor, then you don't have to. Actually, strictly speaking, I've been lying to everyone. Iron Head and the rest think that I'm the Celestial Emperor. Maybe that's what they think. Maybe it's just to hypnotize themselves. But they do see me as a leader, a savior-like figure. But I'm not. Everything I'm doing is for myself, not for others. If you think that I really think that way just because I say I want to be a leader, you're wrong too. I'm just bragging and fooling everyone. Something about leading humanity to defeat the catacombs. I have this thought, but it's not for humanity. It's for myself. Zhang Tao gave him a deep look and smiled. People think differently and do things differently at different stages. When you really reach that stage, you'll realize that everything is different. When I was young, I never thought that I wanted to be this savior, to be the leader of humanity. At that time, all I thought about was survival and survival. But when I reached this stage, my thinking naturally changed. At least I haven't changed now. That's only what you think. You think that you're only doing it for yourself, but in the eyes of many, you're the leader of the new generation. If you, Fong Ping, give up in despair, maybe the whole new generation will give up and become dispirited. Do you really think that you can escape from all of this? I don't have that much ability and prestige. I know. Zhang Tao smiled faintly. You think that you're just fooling around, pretending. But the moment you pretend that you're very strong, pretend that you're omnipotent, pretend that you're selfless. In fact, you've already done all of this. Zhang Tao laughed. The scariest thing about humans isn't pretending, but when you pretend until everyone believes you. At that time, you'll realize that you can't get rid of them. If you say that you're not the Celestial Emperor, maybe Li Hansong and the rest know that it's fake. But when you pretend to the end, the fake will also become the real one. As Zhang Tao said that, he looked at Li Hansong beside him and said thoughtfully, if today the real Celestial Emperor returns, and I mean if there really is such a person, and Li Hansong, you know that he's real between him and Fong Ping, who will you choose? Li Hansong said dryly, Fong Ping. Zhang Tao laughed. Did you hear that? Fong Ping. Sometimes people don't have a choice. Fong Ping could not help but laugh. He quickly said, Minister, I don't want to dwell on this right now. I just want to know whether you'll take the gloves or use them to save the Vice-Chancellor. Zhang Tao took the gloves and stroked them for a moment before sighing. Perhaps I've made a mistake this time. Perhaps you know what you're doing, and I've underestimated you. I think you're being unscrupulous. Maybe you've overestimated me. You think I'll help you wrap things up because you think everything you've done will ultimately be greater than everything I've sacrificed. Zhang Tao spoke in a roundabout way, but Fong Ping nodded and said, That's right. That's exactly what I think. I felt that everything I did was within my control. In the end, the gains would be greater than the effort, so I did it, but I never thought that you would choose to give up. You felt that it wasn't worth it. Perhaps I overestimated myself. Zhang Tao ignored him and looked at Wu Quishan, muttering, The mystic jade, true monarch's origin Dao, is still considered complete. It was hard to tell if his origin Dao was completely destroyed or if there were some remnants left. Once a conflict broke out, the probability of his death was very high. Fong Ping, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you don't want to take the gloves away? Now that things have come to this, I can only bet on you once more. Zhang Tao sighed. One more paragon might not change anything, but one more capable grandson might save a life in the future. No matter how I think about it, it's better to have one more grandson. Fong Ping's expression did not change. He shook his head and said, I don't want to be a grandson. Whatever. Zhang Tao smiled and said, but even if I don't take the gloves, some things still have to be given. Don't think that I'll really forget just because you're trying to goad me. Zhang Tao laughed. No matter what you think, or whether you think you should help others, those are your thoughts. I have my own thoughts too. Since you're using the true monarch's ultimate technique as a reward, and I don't want it, then you have to pay a corresponding price. 10,000 caddies of energy stones, 5 tons. This is the price we have to pay for fighting the catacombs' true monarch for you. 2,000 caddies of energy stones. I helped Wu Quishan protect him and used the true monarch's ultimate technique to stimulate his origin Dao, which is extremely dangerous. This is not a simple matter. Although Wu Quishan was injured in the line of duty, he is now equivalent to a dead man. Saving a dead man is actually an extra effort. Also, you lost the Magic City catacombs, and all this was caused by you taking the initiative to guard the Magic City catacombs. The Magic City catacombs has always been in our hands. This is the responsibility of losing the territory, and you need to pay the price. I'll take 3,000 caddies of energy stones from you. Of course, it's not free. If MCMU still wants to take back the Magic City catacombs, all the departments will do their best to help. However, if you want to take back a catacombs that has already been lost, you'll have to pay a greater price and sacrifice. This is to pay for your mistake. A total of 15,000 caddies of energy stones. Rank 9. Zhang Tao smiled faintly. Beside him, Old Man Li snorted. You might as well go dig MCMU's energy mine. I'll give it all to you. Looting a burning house, right? MCMAU is responsible for the current situation, but you're not. You're MCMAU's direct leader. When the Magic City catacombs were lost, it was also you who did nothing to save them. Now you still have the face to ask for these? Zhang Tao said indifferently. Why should I not have the face to ask for them? I've done my best, but you guys insisted on guarding the Magic City catacombs. I didn't force you, but in the end, the Magic City catacombs that haven't been lost for more than 60 years were lost in your hands. That's also because of your incompetence as leaders. Li Changsheng, as a person, you still need to have a conscience. Zhang Tao sighed. Sometimes, we're also powerless. MCMU has taken the initiative to provoke the catacombs' powerhouses again and again. In the end, it's a big mess. You can't push all the responsibility to me. Old Man Li frowned. Still, we can't seize the last of MCMU's assets now. MCMU wants to fight back the Magic City catacombs. Without the mineral vein, the progress of our strength will be slow. How can we counterattack? That's still to pay for yourself. Zhang Tao said, then added, of course, if there really is no more resources, the martial arts universities will still allocate funds according to the previous allocation. Don't worry, MCMU won't starve to death. 5,000 caddies. That won't do. 8,000 caddies. If you want more, you can just kill Old Wu yourself. We don't care anymore. Saving him requires money. This doesn't make sense. You might as well just kill him and be done with it. Zhang Tao sighed. Forget it, forget it. Let's not talk about Wu Quishan anymore. 13,000 caddies. Beside him, Fong Ping said impatiently, save him first. It's only 15,000 caddies of energy stones. If the Vice-Chancellor and the others are alive, the energy stones are nothing. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping tossed them casually. In an instant, the entire concourse was filled with energy stones. Fong Ping did not even look at them. He said, saving the Vice-Chancellor is much stronger than these external objects. The desperate leaders still can't see this point at this point. Minister, sometimes you really lack something. But perhaps this is how you can be considered a real living person and not the legendary true God. That you're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.